Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Glad to have all you guys here. What is up? What is up? Excited for this reveal today. I know I'm running a little bit late. I apologize. But we're still gonna watch all of it. It should be a fun time. What's up, Knight? Hello there. How are you doing today? How's everything? You're gonna love this reveal. I'm excited for it. I had to watch part of it because of the Twitch drop or whatever that they were doing, like for 15 minutes. So I just had it on the background. I didn't really get to see too much. I just saw like a couple images. So I really don't know what exactly they talked about. I just rewinded it to like where it's about to start. And then we'll just like watch it then on. I know they're like, I think they're still live. I don't even know. We'll just try to watch the whole reveal. And then I guess if there's time, like do some stuff like weekly reset things. And then, yeah, basically just jump into whatever else. So actually it looks like they're just wrapping up. So hopefully we can watch basically all of this and then do weekly reset things and then go from there, okay? So it should be fun. Yeah, because they're like, yeah, they're deep, so that's fine. So we'll check all of it out. I'm really excited though. It seems from what people were saying and stuff, I'm really pumped for it. So we're gonna watch this now and then let me know if volume's too loud or too low. I can always, they just ended it, yeah. I can always adjust it, but just let me know and we'll do that. Can't play D2 for a whole month of it. Hopefully the remaining time that you have at college today goes well, man. I hope everything goes smoothly there, dude. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm glad you're doing well, Knight. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Doing well. All right, chat. Let's start it. And then, like I said, let me know. Oh, is it doing this weird thing again? Where it's not going to show people? Oh, wait, there we go. But why is it? Oh, shoot. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I was like, dude, why is it? I was like, why is it showing up? Hold up. All right, let me fix this. All right, give me like 2 seconds, chat. Does this actually work? It does. Okay. Give me like literally 2 seconds so I can pull back up that my multi-chat stuff wasn't showing up for both again, which was really ridiculous. So let me just pull this back up and then we'll get it started, okay? Sorry. I don't know why. I did the same thing last stream too, where like there we go. It like didn't show up. It didn't show up for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Okay. Should be working now. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that was weird. Sorry. Should be good. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pokemon. That sounds stressful, dude. Well, I just hope, though, that hopefully you're able to get that all complete, and I'm sure you're going to do the best you can with the, the time that you have, too. That sounds really stressful. I can't imagine trying to get all that done in such a short amount of time, but I know you're going to do your very best to try to get, everything done, and it's going to go well. It's gonna work itself out, basically. What's up now, Mike? How you doing today? See, look, that showed up. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's start this chat, and then, like I said, let me just know if it's too loud or too low, or like people can't hear something, and then we'll go from there. I started it earlier. I started it earlier just in case things were too loud. Okay. Glad you're doing well now. Like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Excited to watch this reveal with you guys. See what we got. See what we got. I heard it's really good, so I'm pumped. Push screens, I know. Oh, sorry, I didn't. My bad. Sorry. Thank you. Now you guys can hear it. Sorry, I forgot I switched everything off because I needed to do that. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so excited, Aldito? Nice. I'm excited too. I'm hoping it's good. I'm excited. All right, let's see what we got, chat. 10, 8, whatever. I was gonna count, but that didn't happen. Forget it. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, trailer, I guess.
What follows light and shadow?
How's volume, chat?
Silence. That silence breaks.
Good?
I am
Cool.
summoning you as
Thank you.
a new age begins.
Oh, shoot. Bro's got the jump ship.
See sapient life turn to each other. They remember how to look to the stars.
Oh, there's a pyramid and everything.
Curiosity. They remember how to thrive. But they have forgotten.
The time travelers?
They forgot we were here long before the traveler. They forgot that they need us. But they are fated to remember. I will remind them. I'm sure you will. But not through me. Find someone else.
Oh, sheesh. What the heck? It went out of the emissary. Or it is the emissary.
My will is my own.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that was sick. What the heck? Yeah, it's like a guardian, or used to be. So I think someone said used to be one or something. Someone told me.
Bungie HQ in beautiful Bellevue,
That's
Washington.
crazy. That
We've
was
got an
a
amazing
lot.
stream lined up for you to tell you a little bit about the Edge of Fate and the future of Destiny 2 as
Yeah,
well.
like a guardian.
My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, but no need to worry. As always,
What's
I'm
up,
joined by some of
Andy?
my amazing
Hello.
colleagues here at Bungie to share some of the finer details of the stuff that we're going to be getting into today. So I
That's
thought we could
crazy.
get into it so we can show you what we got. Starting first with this gentleman on my right and to your left is someone that you've probably seen if you've tuned into our streams before or Vidocs.
Sounds good, Knight. We'll see you in a bit.
Mr. Robbie Stevens,
Thank you.
Assistant Game Director here at Bungie. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy. It's always a pleasure to spend a day with you.
Yeah, it's been a nice time, honestly, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
That was cool.
to
That was
end
cool
as well, for
trailer.
anyone that doesn't get to hang out as much as we do, can you tell everyone at home a little bit about yourself and what you do here?
Yeah, sure. So I'm one of the creative and game directors for the game. So that means like I'm a vision holder and I work across the entire Destiny team with people like Allison and Dylan on the couch here to chart a new course for Destiny and a new future for the game. And just incredibly excited to be sharing with everyone today of what we've been up to.
Yeah, can't wait. We've got a big show ahead, so thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, as we move, pardon me, right on down the line, someone who again has also had the good opportunity to join us on these streams as well, and is now firing some finger guns like a pro. Destiny's narrative director, the one
Yeah, the
and
Whisper of the
only
Worm.
Allison
Yeah, it looks
Lewis.
sick.
Allison,
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going so good. I'm here on a couch and I get to yell about Destiny with you. So
Not
it's a
a
good
bad
day.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take that anytime I can. Well,
We love
for
getting to
anyone
do
who
that.
also hasn't had a chance to yell on couches about Destiny with us or hasn't joined us in the past,
Yeah.
do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So my name is Allison. I'm the narrative director for Destiny 2. And so that means it's the job of me and my team to make you laugh and make you cry and make you go, whoa, I totally forgot about this thing from 8 years ago. How did they remember? It's because we're good at our jobs.
It's true.
So there you go.
Yeah. As someone who gets to sit in on the writers' rooms, I can now doubly confirm that. So thank
we
you for
love
being
having you
here.
there.
So much
Yeah.
fun. No, seriously, thank you so much. And of course, as we move right on down the line, the gentleman there at the very end of the couch, someone who is a friend to all Guardian kind, who's known far and
Mr.
wide, a member of the
DMG
Destiny Global
himself.
Comms team here at Bungie, Mr. Dylan Gaffner. How's it going, Dylan?
It's going well. How are you, Andy?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for
Got to make sure to ask every time.
I appreciate it. I need all the help I can get. Well, to anyone out there who may not have accosted you on the wild world of social media or is just somehow meeting you for the first time, do you mind telling us about what you do here at Bungie?
My name is Dylan Gaffner, formerly community team, where we would go out, collect your feedback, translate it to the dev team, and then bring their information back to you, kind of be that middleman. Now I'm on Global Comms, so I'm going to be in more of like a puzzle piece organization stage of what do we talk about, when do we talk about it, why do we talk about it, and then just making sure we get the information out to all players.
Yeah, well, we all appreciate it. Thank you for always being the voice of the player inside our hallowed halls.
I love that traveler little orb on the left side is kind of floating.
That's out of the way. Let's talk about our new saga. Robbie, I'd love to start with you. What's up next in Destiny, and where are we exploring?
Yeah, so our first expansion this year, The Edge of Fate, is the start of a brand new multi-year saga.
The Fate
called
Saga.
The Fate Saga. And so we want to tell a story about something older, about the nature of fate itself. Are we bound by it? Can we fight it? Because before the Traveler ever arrived in our solar system, there was already space magic here, Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so ultimately, this is a story that we're going to explore one of Destiny's biggest mysteries and the foundations of the universe itself.
You're talking about the 9, aren't you?
Who
Yeah.
told you?
I think it's
Subtle,
How did
I
you
know.
guess?
Yeah.
Tipped you off.
We did such a good job with this secret.
Really buried that lead, didn't we? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
That's, but I mean, to that end, so who and maybe more appropriately, what are the 9?
Yeah, so buckle up. In the simplest
I always liked the
description
9.
possible,
They're always cool.
the 9 are extraordinarily powerful beings that have been in the solar system for way, 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 way longer than the Traveler. We can think of them as being kind of connected to each of the major celestial bodies in Sol. So that's each of our 8 planets plus the sun. Sorry, Pluto.
It's messed up.
Didn't make the cut.
Or Pluto, man.
I don't make the rules. Yeah, there you go. But the important thing to know about them is that this is why we're going to be so focused on the solar system for the next saga. We want to ask questions about our home that we've never asked before.
Yeah. So when it comes to the 9, obviously, Eagle-Eyed Guardians have been able to spot references to them for quite some time, whether it be outright ominous or a straight-up game show in some cases. Can you tell us a little bit maybe about what we should expect from them?
Expect to be surprised. We're, like you said, the lore of the 9 really ranges from like Star Horse infinitely neighing to the 9 doing genuinely awful, awful things in our lore. And so the important thing to know about them is that the 9 are individuals. This isn't a collective. It's not like a hive mind. Each of them are kind of their own being.
See,
their
that's
own
interesting. I
person,
always
who's
pictured them as like a
person.
group, you
They
know?
have different wants and desires.
That's always
they can
interesting.
ally with different members and fight with different members too. In the words of one of our characters really early on, there are aliens, and then there's aliens, and then there are aliens, and that latter one is what the 9 are qualified
They're
as.
the last.
Fair enough. All right, so beings of obviously immense power, something that the Guardians have gone toe-to-toe with in the past. We've even faced off against the very embodiment of the darkness itself.
Yeah.
What could be tougher than that?
Yeah, so this is something that we think about a lot about because ultimately the 9 seek to free themselves at no matter the cost to humanity. And because they're extra dimensional in the ways that Allison are describing, they're not bound by the same rules that we
Here,
are.
one
that
sec,
we've
check. I'll
really
be right back.
experienced
I'm gonna let this
before,
play.
in the game today. And so humanity and the Guardians, to many of them, are ultimately just bugs that can be squashed on, that they don't really care or think about beyond, achieving their ultimate goals. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, for the last 10 years, Guardians have really just been making their own fate.
Yeah.
I mean, so the 9 is challenging that. How are we going to deal with it?
Yeah, whether we like it or not, the 9 have a plan for us. And like you said, Guardians are really good at making their own fate and going out and deciding who they want to be. But what happens when them deciding to make our own fate is exactly what our fate is? Like, what if that was the plan all along? These are extra-dimensional beings. That means they perceive our reality in a very different way and can interact with it in a very different way.
It's like they're a move ahead in chess.
Weird.
What a reference. But you were mentioning, obviously the Fate Saga is one of the subjects of today. How long can we expect the Fate Saga to last?
Yeah, so the Fate Saga is going to play out over several years, and ultimately, we know where we're driving this car. We know where we're going with it. But the conclusion of the Edge of Fate itself is going to leave you with more questions than answers, and it's going to be the catalyst into this new multi-year saga. Because we really want to return Destiny to being a game about big questions, right? And so the way we think about this is about pouring jet fuel
Sorry, I'm back,
into the
chat. Sorry.
speculation
Gotta check on
engine
something.
of the game. So we're
Let
going
me-
to
can
be
I-
revealing a
let
lot
me-
of
let me
ideas,
just
a lot of
rewind this really quick,
concepts,
sorry.
And
Just
many of
wanted
them
to-
we're not going to be answering immediately because we're going to be telling.
Let me just hear that,
It's gonna
sorry.
Play out over several years.
I saw the images
Ultimately,
pop up. I wanted
we
to know what
where
they were
we're
talking
driving
about.
This car. We know where we're going with it. But the conclusion of the Edge of Fate itself is going to leave you with more questions than answers, and it's going to be the catalyst into this new multi-year saga. Because we really want
Interesting.
to return Destiny to being a game about big questions, right? And so the way we think about this is about pouring jet fuel into the speculation engine of the game. So we're going to be revealing a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts, and many of them we're not going to be answering immediately, because we're going to be telling the story over multiple expansions, and we're going to be giving you those expansion beats more times than we have before in the past. And
So this is going to set
Year
up,
of
this
Prophecy
Edge
kicks
of
off
Fate
with
stuff's
Fate
going to set up a
Saga,
lot of stuff,
and
it
with,
seems.
and with it, humanity is now set on a collision course with this celestial pantheon of the system that has been here for a very, very long time. And so the Edge of Fate launches on July 15th. And then the second expansion of our Year of Prophecy is Renegade, which comes this winter. And then later in 2026, we've got Shattered Cycle and The Alchemist. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting beats. And so again, the Edge of Fate is just the beginning of this long journey of this awesome vehicle we're all jumping into and driving.
So this will
together.
begin. So we got Edge of Fate, Renegades, and then the other things in
So, With
2026.
regards to the,
Okay.
the Edge of Fate right here in front of us, you were also nice enough to bring the class something today. You've got some gameplay with you,
Oh
right?
yeah, we got some clips.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
we
we'll
should,
take some
we should show
gameplay.
this off.
It's a
Check
good
Edge of
it out.
Fate,
Check it
so
out.
Edge of Fate and
Check it out.
Renegades are our big things for 2025. Let's see what this gameplay or trailer. Just a trailer.
Observe, connect, conceal. Guardian, I had a vision. Conform, comply, return. They just wanted to show us disasters. Observe, connect, conceal. I'm not human anymore. Return, conform, comply.
Oh, interesting.
No one else should know what this feels like.
What the? Look at that armor, though. Armor looks great. Look at that hand cannon. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's got arc and stasis.
Commander, remove your scornful blindfold.
Ooh. I think that's no land.
Observe, connect, conceal.
Yo, we turned into a ball.
Comply, return. Observe,
That was sick. The unknown Becky. Who's that dude? You can pre-order now, July 15th, Edge of Fate. Who is that guy?
All right,
That was cool.
Gives us an awful lot to go ahead and
I was about to say,
dive
that's a lot
into.
to unpack,
And
but-
here to help us go ahead and explore a little bit more of it.
The Fate
everyone
Saga,
probably
Edge
knows
of
to be
Fate
joined
is
by
what starts
someone
off the
here on
saga.
couch. We are privileged to be joined by someone who's the originator of perhaps my favorite.
Yeah, I
all-time
was about to
Destiny
say,
game.
Austin, it looked
The one
familiar,
and only
didn't it?
Dave Samuel, art director here at Bungie.
Hello there.
Dave,
What's up,
how's
not
it
the one?
going?
How are you?
It's going great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. For anyone who maybe
That was
for
pretty
some
cool.
reason somehow doesn't
There's a
have
lot to
that
unpack,
in their collection or hasn't seen you in a past VIDOC, do you mind telling us a little bit about what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, I'm art director on Edge of Fate. I work with the art team to visualize the narrative.
Glad you're doing well, not the one. I'm
design,
good.
and
Excited to be
bring
checking out this
Lots
reveal.
to bring together. Thank you very much.
Good
for being
stuff so
here today.
far.
So with the Edge of Fate, it's obviously the first expansion in the Fate saga. Allison, I'd love to start with you actually. What
Yeah, I
can
feel
you
like
tell
we're
us
going to have a
about
lot
the
of questions after playing through this stuff, but
Begins
it'll be
with
cool to see how it
information.
develops.
And we are invited, along with a very specific group of people, to time for a very specific reason.
Very specific
Very
purpose.
You already pre-ordered
specific
Austin? Let's
reason.
go, man. Nice.
And the place that we're going to is called Kepler. And so you may be saying, now, Allison, hold on. Hold your horses
You read my mind.
seconds.
Yeah.
Because the Kepler I know is the one that's way outside of our galaxy. What do you mean we're going to Kepler? And I say, like, dear friend, didn't you know if you look inside in Destiny's universe, the Oort cloud at the edge of the solar system, you'll find a little planetoid that also happens to be named Kepler here in the world of Destiny. And that's where we're going, to Kepler.
Super exciting. This
Based
is,
on the edge of the
Robbie,
solar
we were talking
system,
about
that's
before the
cool.
show. This is like like a first taste of something new, right?
Yeah, so what you're seeing here is us just trying something new. We're expanding the universe of Destiny, creating new mysteries to uncover. This whole destination is about exploring a labyrinthian world that took inspirations from things like Dreaming City, exotic missions, dungeons, and it's wrapping it all through a Metroidvania
That's cool.
inspired experience.
Yeah, Metroid,
And
like
at the
you
heart
said
of
it
all
too.
of this, at the heart of the Edge of Fate is a player-driven exploration and discovery of an
No, that's
exotic
fair,
world
Austin, yeah.
with brand new abilities.
Get it, one should be
Actually,
good.
even just maybe dig a little bit deeper, like how is the Edge of Fate going to be different from past expansions that we've made for Destiny?
Yeah, so at the global scale, when we're thinking about expansions and the Year of Prophecy and the formula of Destiny expansions going forward, first off, we're doing 2 expansions a year instead of just 1. And
Oh, that's
think of
good.
each of these expansions as a little bigger than something like a Rise of Iron from D1. And so both of these expansions
Look at
combined
those.
are going to be even more expansion content than we've done in the past. And by delivering 2 of these a year, we're
Oh, they're
upping
bad
the
guys.
major
Wow, look at
world
that.
and story events that really matter to
They
players.
fly.
That are going to be pushing the Fate saga forward. And so we're trying radical new things.
That's
with
pretty
each-
cool. Look
each
at
of
that.
these
That's
expansions. And
awesome.
so alongside this new destination of Kepler, this exotic world that players will explore with brand new
Kepler with some new
abilities, we
Vex, it
also
looks
have
like?
world tiers. And world tiers allow you to take on a higher level of challenge on the destination in order to extract some of the best loot within the release. But what's cool about world tiers is as you play through the mainline story and you play through the first couple of world tiers, you're going to unlock later world tiers. And as you're claiming these abilities, as you're exploring the world more, as you're discovering more within the release, you're putting these puzzle pieces together and you're figuring out how to solve all the mysteries on Kepler with different ways. And so you might
Interesting.
play a puzzle in one way, a mission in one way, and when you're in these higher world tiers in the post game, you can start to solve these problems in different ways that you couldn't before in the original playthrough. And so alongside all of this, we're also going to have a ton of quest content that we're rethinking about how we use within the game. And so on Kepler, there's some non-linearity within the destination itself. And so with a lot of our side quest content that is related to the critical path, but you don't have to play it. It's there for you to explore. It's driven by your discovery of the world. You're
So you got
out
some
in
world
the field,
tiers, you got
discover
some
something and you pick it up. It's
non-linearity.
going to help you explore the characters in the world of Kepler more and go deeper on that story. And so, yeah, again, this is all about us
No
just
land.
looking at the formulas that we've been building in Destiny over the last 10 years. And some of them are really strong, but they're due for some experimentation and some radical changes. And so that's what you're seeing here with the first taste of the Edge of Fate.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love everything you just said. I was a little distracted by some of the gameplay we were showing, like exotic sniper rifle. I think I saw, kind of recognize that.
Oh, yeah.
Some
Looks a little
enemies
familiar.
with a couple really cool twists. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But then also there was a guardian that turned into like a lightning ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good,
So,
Pokemon. No worries, man. Hopefully
there's
everything
multiple new
gets stable with that
abilities,
soon.
That your players are going to be able to discover on Kepler that's going to make them navigate and look at the world in different ways. But the one you're talking about, Dylan, we see it as our
What
premier
are those
ability,
bars
the
below
crown
our
jewel of the
weapons?
release, and
Looks like
that's called
special and heavy bars that build up
Matter
our
Spark.
after
And,
primary
Dave has
kills.
joined us, and he's
Oh, I didn't
helped
see
us
that.
take the vision of the narrative and the design and the art and smush it together in amazing experiences. And so I think Dave should talk to us more about Matter
Could be
Spark.
something new.
Please.
Yeah. So there's
missed
this
that.
new source of energy on Kepler. This strange.
It does, Pokemon. Yeah,
dark
we'll see you soon.
Matter.
Thanks so much for hanging out.
So the Guardian binds itself to the dark matter using the arc powers within. You can think of the dark matter as like a medium, and the arc as this catalyst.
Look at that. That's
will,
cool.
Allow you to completely change form. Transforming into matter.
That's weird
spark
seeing
lets
that.
you squeeze into
They got the
tight
matter ball
areas,
charge, though.
race around areas,
It's at
jump
max
over
charge? What does it
stuff.
do?
And it also allows you to turn into this basically electric rolling ball of death.
Look at
jolting
that.
And shocking enemies that come across your path.
So obviously,
I see what you mean on the bottom there. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
In addition to that, to look a little bit,
Maybe something to do with the matter ball
the
thing.
Matter Spark ball kind of influenced the world.
I just saw what you were
in
talking about with the bars.
Yeah, the team really had to rethink what it means to build a destination with these abilities in mind. A simple hill becomes a ramp to get to a new space. A crack in the wall, it basically will reveal a whole new area to explore. It's also a new way to engage with enemies. Instead of taking a bunch of enemies head on, you can find a Matter Spark pad, transform, turn into this electric ball of death,
Oh,
and then just,
interesting.
start racing around the arena, dash over their heads, and flank from behind. And
Oh, so this will open up some new avenue. Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
On Kepler,
That's something we've never had before. That's really interesting.
It's a good day for us as well. So what are some of the other
Using
Kepler
that
abilities
sort of
that we're able
objects to be able to
offer
build a
out there?
platform, then to be able to
Yes, each
sneak
of these
through a
Kepler
corridor to
abilities
have a
are
different
mixed
way of
of
getting in.
dark
That's
matter
cool. I mean, it opens up
and
new
our
avenues.
Guardian's powers.
Instead of
So
just
we
like, you know,
have
running up and
Relocator
jumping and
Cannon,
stuff like
which
that.
is this new fallen dark matter tech mixed with void. This is going to allow you to bypass laser walls, use these cascading relay networks,
Interesting.
and just basically teleport around the world. Another ability that we have is Mattermorph. This is dark matter mixed with strand, allows you to manipulate the environment.
Oh,
You'll
so
be able
Mattermorph is
to
what we're doing with those little
basically
platforms
push and
to be able to do
morph and
this.
move geometry to create bridges, open up doorways.
That's cool, man.
And then also reveal secrets and new opportunities.
Yeah, so what's really important about what Dave is describing, and when we were thinking about building this world, it was all about like
Yeah,
here's
now I'm
this
like, yeah,
new
it's gonna be
tool
interesting.
to navigate and see the world in a different way, and solve little puzzles and mysteries throughout the missions, the free roam, and the quest content, and beyond. But also, what was really important to us is that we lean into Destiny's first-class ability gameplay. And so with Matterspark, like Dave is mentioning, you're jumping, you're dashing into enemies to destroy them, you're doing giant explosions with them. With the Relocator Clan, and you're just blowing everything up with void explosions and graviton lance style like little secret projectiles. And then what's really fun about Mattermorph is you can just be like throwing these strange shurikens basically to just like delete an encounter before you then like start to morph the environment around you and move to the next area. And so it's just really exciting I'm incredibly excited about watching players just like solve puzzles and fight encounters in ways that like we don't even expect yet, and see how they take on the destination.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah, we'll have to see what avenues that opens up, but that's something we've never had before, so that's cool.
It's going to unlock. There's something unlocks with Matterspark that really changes the way that you can play.
It'll be interesting to learn how
So when we're talking
that
about
all kind of develops
matter,
and stuff with the Matterspark.
matter.
Yes.
We have darkness abilities like Strand and Stasis already. Like, how is dark matter different?
Yeah, so dark matter and darkness are two completely separate things. They're completely different things.
They're not tied, okay.
But dark matter does exist in our world. In the world of Destiny, we know it as being tightly connected to the Nine. It's what the Nine are actually made out of. In our world, dark matter is invisible. You can't really see it. And it wouldn't be very fun to make a destination where there's an invisible thing that you can't actually see. So lucky for us on Kepler, there's a bioluminescent microbe that allows us to see all of this substance that's impacted this world so much. It allows us to see how it's impacted the plant life, how it's impacted the behavior of the peoples that we're going to encounter. And we can see how it has been able to bring these things that are kind of unstuck in time into this current location.
I do have to put on my drifter hat for just a second and, like, what does it smell like? What does it taste like?
Yeah. Dark matter smells and tastes like bleach and math. Yeah, it's true.
Cannot wait to get that chip.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Get it with a sandwich today after.
It's zesty.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Actually, so on the topic too of stuff in the trailer as well, we heard someone talking there. Can you tell us who that was?
Sure. That was Lodi. Lodi is a new character that we're introducing in Apollo. Not in Apollo, we're
okay.
introducing him in the Edge of Fate.
Yeah.
We got a new character coming
I
in.
want to give a special shout out to Brian Villalobos, who portrays Lodi and does a spectacular job. This character
That looks really
is
realistic. That's
fascinating.
cool.
He's kind of a fish out
Yeah,
of the
right, the
water,
flood,
but
yeah, from
the
Halo.
fun thing about tropes is to kind of put a twist on them, right? So what if that fish that we pulled out of the water was the most qualified fish to be pulled out into the air?
Down for anything.
It's down for anything. And
Yeah.
what if that fish was kind of made to be pulled out of the water? I don't want to give away too much because this character is way more fun for the players to figure out what his deal is. But I will say that Lodi is very, very far from home.
Very fair, very exciting. So,
I do have to call out, too, before we started this, you and Robbie were talking about how Lodi is like a notice me character.
Oh, yeah. Robbie wanted a senpai.
I did. Yeah, I wanted someone that I just wanted to spend a bunch of time with on this new adventure we're going on.
Yeah, a friend that we can look up to.
Yeah.
right, yeah, notice me.
Notice
Notice
me,
me.
Lodi.
Yeah, of course,
He
it
will,
writes
he will.
itself, or rather, Allison does. So, with regards to the characters as well, so is it a whole new cast of characters in the Edge of Fate?
No, we're going to see some new faces like Lodi and other characters, but we're also going to see some familiar ones too. Ikora is here. The stakes are high enough that she's here investigating what's going on. And as it turns out, in one of our major mysteries, she's kind of at the center of it. She was invited here, as was Lodi. Same as
Interesting.
we
So
were.
Lodi and Ikora maybe a bit here,
All of it's kind of tied together.
story-wise.
Exciting. So,
Yeah, the way. Oh, if I can.
No, no,
yeah,
please.
no,
Yeah, please,
Like
yeah.
the way we think about this is about all these characters. Their fates are intertwined in some
Yes.
way. There's these puppet masters that have been pulling the strings for a very, very long time in order for everyone to get here at this moment. And so, as a guardian and these characters involved, they're going to have to decide if they're fight your fate. Like that's what we think about. For these individuals, that's what they're going to have to go through and determine about how they can stand up to this new conflict that is surrounded by the Nine, because they are fated to be here, and what does that mean for them, and what does that mean for their future and the future of Seoul itself?
So with regard to these new characters and this world we find ourselves in, was there anything about that setting or in particular that really influenced the creation rather of
Is that
the
the
world that
drip?
we're going to be inhabiting?
Yeah.
Oh, very
I'll
nice
give you a list of
outfits.
fun facts. First off, if you've been paying attention to Destiny over the last week or so, you already know that there's been people on Kepler for a long time. That's an old-ass computer that you were putting those numbers into. We also know that the Vex are here. They're studying the Nine because it turns out the Nine can do something that the Vex can't. As Dave mentioned, the House of Exile are also here. They've become fixated on a being that they call the Giver. And kind of most importantly, the dimensionality on Kepler is really thin. So the 3 dimensions that we can know and see and touch are very close to the realm that the Nine live in. And that means some things from Earth's past have been yanked into Kepler's present.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, so we've been talking about invitations throughout this, and
Okay, welcome back, Pokemon.
That's
All
actually
good.
going to be waiting in the game after this is over. Ride of the Nine begins today.
Yeah.
So I believe we have a trailer to show.
Yeah, you were nice enough to bring a trailer along. I'll go ahead and give it.
Yeah, right in the 9 launch just stay chat. I won't be able to do this today, but we'll try to do it sometime soon. Right in the 9 stuff. This is all the dungeon things we initially had. An invitation of the 9. It's free too, which is great. 3 dungeons. Stinking Ghosts of the Deep. All right, so that's cool. So we got that. We have Eternity, and then Ultimatum is the wildest one. This one goes insane. You have to be on your A game for this one. So that's cool. You can play through some different tiers depending on like what you want to do. I love the rewards. Look at those. A little glaive action. Reckoning returns. That was like the beginning of the Reckoning area.
All right, so that's Ride of the Nine, which is our essential prologue story for The Edge of Fate. And these 3 dungeons
It's free, yeah, it seems to be, yeah.
featured in this event are free for all players
there you go.
starting today.
Starting today,
so
which is great.
What's really important about this is that these dungeons are both for veteran dungeon crawlers, hardcore raiders, people have been in these places a lot, but also new Guardians who have never stepped into a dungeon before, right? What was really important for us when we were developing Ride of the Nine was that we were changing the formula on how we can think about how we can welcome even more people into these experiences. And so you're going to be able to go in solo, buffed up, and explore a dungeon by yourself, or go in match made with other fire team members shoulder to shoulder for the very first time. But don't worry, because we also have that higher level challenge for our veteran, our hardcore dungeon crawlers, where you're going to be able to earn the best possible loot, exclusive rewards, and also an exclusive title as part of Rights of the Nine. What's also really important about this event for being a prologue for The Edge of Fate is
I
that
guess
it
awesome one,
really
yeah, I guess.
reintroduces the emissary into the game, and you're going to learn why her job is pretty crappy and why she quits at the top of The Edge of Fate, like we saw.
Yeah, that's interesting.
at the
She just
beginning
kind
of
of
the
like
show. And
leaves.
so, Andy, we've been talking a bunch
I'm really curious to see
about
how her story goes.
Our Destiny expansions are changing the formula for Destiny going forward. So now I think it's time for us to start talking about how the core hobby of Destiny is changing going forward. The day-to-day of playing Destiny, week over week experience. And we've got someone else on the couch here to help us talk about that.
We have an expert in that very subject now who has gone ahead and joined us on the couch. We are now joined by the one and only Mr. Ben Womack, creative director here on Destiny. Ben, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, seriously.
There is a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a very good conversation we have coming up.
Yes.
But before we get into that, can you tell us just a little bit about what you do here?
Yeah. So I'm the Destiny 2 creative director for the core game, or the core hobby, as we call it.
Yeah.
And it has to do with all parts of the game, everything from Edge of Fate, through our seasons, through the fundamental systems. And in particular, like Rob was saying, I've been focusing on thinking about the kind of building blocks of Destiny 2 and getting those like not only stood up, but also transformed and iterated on in some really exciting new places.
Nice. Well, let's go ahead and just start at the top. Can you tell us a little bit about what like the core formula of Destiny is changing and why?
Yes. So I think I need to start with the why first, because it's important to think about what is Destiny, what is great about Destiny. And Destiny is best when you have like awesome chases that you're excited about, you have really cool, powerful builds to make, and there's a mountain to climb that's right in front of you that you want to climb. You're like, I want that mountain, it looks pretty cool. And the thing that is not always true right now in Destiny is like, it doesn't feel streamlined. as it could. Players don't have as much agency. You know, we want to be player-driven. We want to be more rewarding than we are. Because right now there are barriers to playing Destiny like in the best way, and those barriers are insurmountable sometimes. So think about that whole picture of, okay, what is the Destiny that we really want, that has been in the past, that we also want to get back to, and where we want to go for the future. That's where all the changes you're going to see have started, like at their inception point. So it's a big piece of the pie.
Massive updates coming across so many systems of the game, and this is like that. We're just getting in, digging into the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to that same end, then, how are we making it easier? Pardon me, to go ahead and just get straight into the fun.
Oh no, let's do it, because that's exactly what we want to do. And the first thing you're going to see when you log into Destiny,
Some planets were called Exo Kepler.
Log in your
Ghost
character
becomes
into your ship
flesh.
in orbit. It's going to say, it's not going to say Open Director. It's going to say Open Portal. And the portal is our new front page of the game. We're trying to get you to the fun as fast as possible.
Oh,
and as few
okay.
clicks as we can.
Oh, shoot.
We even have Edge of Fate there in the corner, so that it's
Here, let me pause this real fast so we can look at that. So, look at that. So this is going to be interesting. So you still have store, like rewards, pass, which I guess is like season pass, quest, world, your friends list, whatever else, and then portal. So that's kind of cool. So you kind of get to see a little bit. You can quick launch the campaign. Looks like some other stuff. You can do Crucible, Pinnacle, Fire Team, solo stuff. Interesting. You can just head to the tower. It looks like you got the rewards there. Latest expansion, Edge of Fate, Destination Kepler. You know that Solstice is coming up. Interesting.
Immediately there, no fumbling around with the map to
What's
get
up,
to it,
Reno?
really. And we're also taking
I know, I
other
like the map
features
too.
The ritual game and for seasons and putting them into these ops categories. So the idea is that we're having these different ops for different moods. We're having solo ops. We have a bunch of fire team ops. We have pinnacle ops, and of course we have crucible ops. Still super important for the game.
Yeah. I mean, to start up at the top, can you tell us a little bit more about what solo ops
Oh yeah.
entails?
So solo ops is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bunch of activities that are made for solo players, and the conception point of that was we want to make activities for players who have a smaller amount of time that they want to play in, and they don't necessarily want to have dependencies on other players, but they still want to get in there and play for 10 to 15 minutes. And get some real progress.
Yeah, get some loot.
Yeah, get some loot.
Yeah.
Get some loot and get your character forward and feel like, yeah, no, I played some Destiny and that was great. And even if you don't,
We're gonna just go in for a little bit and get some loot.
because we have an activity type that is designed for one player.
Excellent. So, I mean, to that same end, what are some other ways that we can play and have fun using Portal as well?
Yeah. So Robbie actually has a great way of talking about this. So.
I think most
some
have
of the
matchmaking or
North Star
solo if you
that
want.
we
That's
talked
good.
about when we were developing the portal early on was where are we headed with this thing? And ultimately, it's play.
Well, I don't know what that
It's
world
giving
tab
players
is,
more
Devin. It might
agency,
still be there. I'm
more
not sure,
personal
though.
Drive to figure out how they want to engage with the power climb and the new progression systems coming and our seasons. And so the entire
show that tab.
new progression and power climb is now all available to you in the portal at your fingertips in one place. It's really easy to find, really easy to jump in. Anything you play inside of that category any of those categories is gonna help you make progress. And so, because we want Destiny to be welcoming not only to new players, but also old players who are coming back to the game to join us with the Edge of Fate. And we also want this to be a new even playing field for everyone. And so, as part of this is a commitment from us as part of the core hobby and all the seasonal content we're building, that we're going to be continually investing in this, right? We're going to be continually updating this over time for years to come. And so, you're asking me directly, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
Ben mentioned solo ops. We also have the fire team ops and pinnacle ops. Both these are more around playing with other fire team members, shoulder to shoulder, where fire team ops are more quicker sessions. There are some longer form things in it too, but then pinnacle ops are more about those really long form or more challenging kind of focused activities like exotic missions, for instance. And so, and then the one thing we haven't talked about yet very deeply, but is incredibly important, and it's something that I think we've done for the first time ever, or maybe since early D1.
It's kind of a return to form. in a lot of ways.
You're going to be able to experience the entire
New armor somehow looks so clean. It does look good, doesn't it?
Within Crucible Ops.
Yeah,
by
they're
playing.
definitely changing a lot of stuff. This will
Right.
take some
So this
getting
means,
used to.
like,
Oh,
you
you're used to
wanna be
Crucible
sweaty,
Ops.
Andy,
Yeah.
Which, I know
I
you,
do.
Dylan, too. I know you're that way, right?
So you got
Both of
Trials,
like, you have
Arms
the
Week.
sweatbands on,
Oh,
you're
Arms
gonna be
Week,
able
is
to
that
play
come
the
back?
The entire experience
Seasonal
in the season
Arena.
here and earn some of the highest tier loot that's also available
Interesting.
in the game.
I have to say this is super exciting because my player type or other folks out in the community, they want to go in, they want to jam on PvP, but then their friends invite them to do a dungeon or a higher tier activity, and they're like, oh wait, I need to grind a long time to get up to power. Now through PvP, they can get up to power, and you can just bring them into that PvE experience.
Oh,
and
that's
have fun
nice.
time
No,
with
that's
each other.
good.
Yeah.
So,
That's
That's
honestly how I
good.
primarily played D1. So I'm really looking forward to
It'll
that.
definitely take some getting used
so
to
it sounds like
because
the
this
core,
all these new
obviously, what you're
screens
talking about.
and different
Play the
things.
way
It'll
you
take
want
some
to.
adjusting
Yeah,
for
listener of
sure.
all of it. What if I really want to challenge myself, push myself?
Oh yeah.
a little bit more?
That's important to us.
Yeah. So
Depth. Depth's
Yeah.
important to us.
Well, death, but also success.
Yes,
and
that's
creativity.
true.
That seems a way of like building up your
and
character.
So we really want to give agency. That's one
That
of the
first
things.
bit.
Player driven towards loot and challenge. And so we have a really
Yeah, exactly,
hugely
Devin.
expanded
I think that might be under the world
customization
category,
system.
but that's kind of going to
We
be
have a lot more
their central
difficulty
point, I guess, is that
levels.
screen.
We have a ton of new modifiers. We have 50 new
Oh,
modifiers. along with
interesting.
all the old modifiers that we've.
Oh, this is going to take some
That are
adjusting.
going to make this big curated web.
So look, it says your expected grade. You can like put more things on
Curator.
and make it more
Like,
difficult.
we have Banes, not just old Banes that we have.
And you'll
but
see
new
what
Banes as
rewards you
well.
get.
We also have boons to help you like get advantages in your activities.
You can even go
and build.
ultimate, I
We
guess,
have
if you really
challenges
wanted
and
to.
trade-offs. And the fun part is you're going to get these different combinations that are available.
Oh, that's gonna take
and you're
some
going
getting
to
used
make a
to.
mix
Oh,
that's
my.
actually gonna change the way you play and be
That's a
pretty
lot.
interesting. And sometimes the way you prefer you play. Like there's a new boon called Grappler that I personally love.
Yo,
Like, the
Carl,
first
thank you
way
so much
to
for the
play where
53
they
months,
give you
dude. I
free grapple
appreciate it, man.
grenades,
That is
placing your
insanely long
current
time.
grenade.
Thank you,
They don't
thank you,
give
dude.
the melee, but they recharge super fast.
Thank you, thank
So
you.
any
Are you going to the
build
game
you want
tonight? I
have
am,
Spider-Man
which is why we're gonna stream for a bit, and then
actually
I'm gonna
super
have
fun.
to
It's so
get ready to
yeah,
leave.
I mean,
So
like, what's at the heart
we'll
of
watch the
what
reveal, maybe
it's
do some
talking
stuff
about
with
is
Liquid
what we
Reset,
kind
then
of
I gotta
call
get
the
going. But
virtuous
yeah, I'm going to the
cycle,
game tonight,
right?
which
Where
I'm
you're
so
gonna be
excited. Round
crafting
2,
your
game
build,
1
tinkering
should
with
be
the
awesome.
activity,
I'm so pumped.
looking at like how you can earn a higher tier of reward by taking on higher challenge, and as you earn better loot, you're looking towards that next.
Look at the power level. Yeah, it was different. Well, yeah. I don't know if that's just tied to difficulty
This is really
or not.
about how far you want to push yourself upwards within the portal itself. But also, we also are thinking about the people, and that's the depth, right? That's the depth of the challenge that we're talking about. That's also, but we're also thinking about the people who don't have as much time to play with like solo ops, and also if you're scared of modifiers or you're scared of customizing these activities,
Or you just don't feel
or
like
you just
it
don't feel like
today.
doing it. Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. Thank you.
No,
Yeah,
that's
what's-
nice. They're
what's
kind of
fun?
catering to different variety of players, not just people that just want to grind whatever. It's just, if people don't have a lot of time to play, and that's a good way of getting them into stuff.
Choose kind of what you're in the mood for.
Oh yeah, we technically have matchmaking across every activity.
Jealous. I'd like to get one in Raleigh
solo
just to watch Ovi.
Right.
Yeah, dude. It should be such a fun game. I mean, I'm expecting a long series for sure. These are two heavy hitting teams. So I'm really excited to watch it.
As hard as you want it to now,
true, yeah,
which is
yeah.
really fun. Yeah.
Should be an
Talking
absolute
about, like,
blast.
all the different boons and combinations. I think at one point you were saying around 50.
I just can't. I just can't
Those
believe
are
how loud it's probably going to
new
be.
ones. So it's like you can take
It's gonna
those
be so
into
loud.
solo ops. Like we're talking about this being kind of leisurely, bite-sized activity, but if you want to take it and say, I don't want Weenie Hut Jr., I want like esoteric level solo hardest thing in the world, like you can kind of customize and do that.
You can
That's
do it
interesting.
from the very start if you really want to.
Yeah.
And
Depends on how deep you want to go.
Yeah.
Really.
yeah, and the point is that you're going to like stretch that far. And
Yeah, this is definitely it's very confusing. Like how I feel like I'm getting so much information thrown at me right now.
That is something that's really
But hopefully it'll make more sense as time goes on and like we get it in our hands and like actually get to use it when Edge of the Fate launches. So
It's funny you mentioned it. Yeah, you know.
because right now it's just I'm just like I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm just like I'm completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, so like talking about chases and mountains and builds, like
All
gears
these
is really
different like
cool.
graphics and
we
screens.
actually
It's
have
crazy.
two giant gear changes. I'm gonna like put in two little buckets for us to talk about. The first one is Armor 3.0, and the next one is gear tiers. And so like talking about Armor 3.0 first, we are probably making the biggest change ever since Shadowkeep.
It's
around
huge.
the system. It's
Yeah,
enormous.
Look at this. Oh
Yeah, so
shoot.
we're adding set bonuses, which is a long requested feature for all the new.
Hold up. Look at this. So yeah, it says power. Are they resetting our power level? I don't know. I mean, it could just be dev kit kind of thing. Like it's just that's what the power level's at. I have no idea. It could be with the new armor system that they're resetting power level down. I have no idea. It could be changing it. But I see what you guys mean though. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, you see a bunch of different things here. You got class
New armor that you're going to be able to.
with different things. So there's energy itself. So this activates. So I guess the armor is going to be based off whatever, but it goes to 200. Activates stats above 100. So you're actually getting bonuses past 100, which we don't currently have. But it gives energy and cooldown
To get
when
at
you do
free
these.
launch, and we're redoing all
Super,
the stats on armor,
and then
can
melee.
now like exceed 100,
go beyond 100.
go beyond 100.
So we can actually go above 100 now for stat boost. Interesting. Interesting. And then I guess you get bonuses now too. They're really leaning into using armor.
every single piece of new legendary
Yeah, it looks like weapons, health, class, grenade, super, and melee. Yeah, I don't know where mobility comes into play, but this is interesting. So, but look, they have all these bonuses, energy out of 10. So this is gonna, it's kind of reminds me, I've played Shadow of War, and if you had a bunch of pieces of the same armor, it would combine. You get a stat bonus or whatever, and it makes me think of that just where it says 2 pieces or 4.
Energy
But
filled in, so you can build crafting right away, and it's going to essentially like. There's more features actually that I could talk about, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
so depending on how many pieces you get, it
Something we
seems
can't talk about too. You mentioned gear tiers as well.
Yeah.
interesting.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so gear tiers are very exciting because every single legendary weapon and armor that you can get is going to have 5 gear tiers, starting from 1 going up to 5. And like
Oh shoot, and it goes up to 11, chat. That's gonna have some big build stuff, because if you can, I've always find like in certain places where I'm like, oh, I wish I had one more level to be able to get it. It's interesting. It's at 11. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work with this new system. So you got health, melee, grenade, super class weapons. At 5 ability tier energy, but look, there's a lot of stuff in here. And then you also, depending on the set, look, you get different things. So
we have a 5 tier 5 piece of legs armor on the screen right now.
It's that, I
and
think.
you can see that like this is like looks really cool with iconography, but it also has a ton more stats. And oh look, what's that?
Yeah, what's going on with the energy there?
Yeah, the energy.
Ben?
Yeah, that energy says 11, and it's true.
11. Yep.
It's not a typo. Like energy is going to 11 for higher tier armor, and so if you want that for your build,
Interesting.
opportunities, it does like give you some new options you never had before. You're gonna.
I'm not sure,
challenge yourself
Pokemon,
to get
maybe.
more higher tier armor and keep on going to get yet more higher tier armor to get those options.
Yeah. And this is also not something that's just relegated to armor, right? When it comes to weapons, they're obviously getting their own refresh as well.
Yes,
What's Destiny without?
this is going to be huge. Edge of Fate's going to be so huge for
These are
an
part of the
armor
player
change. That's
identity.
wild.
You know, people like have a gun that they love.
It looks like
Fashion, and then you have
a lot of build crafting can be done with
But we
an
do
11.
have fashion for your guns a bit now.
a
Well, so because once you reach tier 5 for your legendary drops, you're going to be getting tier 5 weapons, and those have unique shader treatment. It's like essentially a completely different look that's going to immediately identify it to you and others.
What
and
the
this
heck?
is the highest tier gear of this drop that you can get. It's going to show on the weapon. It's going
That
to
is
show
so
on the
much
icon. It's
stuff.
even going to show when you
Hold
kill
up, I gotta
enemies
replay
with
that, sorry.
weapon, 'cause there's unique kill effects for
Weapons, they're obviously getting their own refresh as well.
Yes,
What's
So
Destiny
artifacts no
without?
longer matters? I'm not sure.
Not my mind.
Yeah, maybe not.
Weapons are part of the player identity. You know, some people like have a gun that they love.
you
and
got fashion.
There's so many questions to be answered.
that's true, though we do have fashion for your guns a bit now. Well, so because once you reach tier 5 for your legendary drops, you're going to be getting tier 5 weapons, and those have unique shader treatment.
Interesting.
Like essentially a completely different.
Yeah,
look
the
that's gonna
pulse thing, I see what you
identify
mean.
to you and others that this is the highest tier gear of this drop.
Yeah,
that
tier
you get.
5
It's gonna show
weapons
on
and
the
tier
weapon,
5
it's gonna
armor.
show on the icon. It's even going to show.
But the armor,
when
look
you
at the
kill
weapons, it's
enemies with that
stacked.
weapon, because there's unique kill effects for tier 5 weapons that you can turn on or off if you don't
I'm
want
so
it.
confused.
Your gameplay will like show that the weapon that is being used is like the highest tier you can get.
Yeah, Giver's Blessing, which I think we have on screen right now. This is one of the Kepler auto rifles, and I cannot put this thing down.
It looks
yeah, when we're
dope.
playing,
I just don't
through the
understand
Edge of
it.
Fate right now. And it's what's really exciting about it for me.
I think
is
we'll
that,
just have to
like,
get our
whenever
own
you see
hands
that
on it, Devin. I
tier
think we'll
5
just
drop,
have to, like,
you
when
know
Edge of Fate
immediately that's
launches,
better
we'll
than,
just have to
like,
get our
a
hands on it,
tier 4
because
weapon that you have, right? And I think
right
that's-
now it makes no
when we
stinking
talk about
sense to
making
me.
easier,
It's just
Destiny
it's
easier to
just
jump in, find the fun,
sensory overload
make it
for me. It's just
accessible,
so
but
many
also
things.
create more depth. You know, this is what we're thinking about. It's like, how can we just make
Which is
it
great. I mean,
understand, like,
they're
okay,
making
this
big
is
changes,
better
which is
than
awesome.
the
I'm
thing I
just
have right now, depending on what
overwhelmed.
tier it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good example of how much time
I like
and effort is being
simplicity.
put into these game systems to make
So-
them more like approachable.
I like when
change
everything's
can be
like
scary.
super
There's a lot of change that's about to come to the game.
Vibes from the
Armor
ultimate
3.0,
activity,
we
I
have so
think.
many
Yeah, it's
dunes,
gotta
we have
be.
a bunch of new
Gotta be like the
stuff.
hardest thing.
And after 10 years of Destiny, this is going to flip some stuff on its head.
I'm about to
So,
say, yeah. I
we're
mean,
gonna have a bunch
after
of blog
10 years,
content,
you
we're
got to
gonna
make big
interviews with Robbie,
changes.
with Ben, with
Yeah.
more folks
Make things feel
across the
fresher.
team that have been working on this, and then we'll also be elevating our creator community when they're creating guides, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a fun time, but ultimately, a big shout out and thank you to all the folks that have been coming into our studio, giving feedback early on some of these systems so they can be more approachable. And we're looking forward to all the feedback that's going to be coming after launch too. Like this is, again, one of our first steps into something, and then the community and we are going to build something amazing.
Yeah, and I can't stress enough how much feedback we've gotten from the community summits we've been running over the last year for the Edge of Fate, and just people reaching out.
Yeah,
to
we're
the
not
teams
sure,
and other
Josh,
shows. Like,
about the
your
power
feedback
level
has been
stuff.
valuable. So, like, seriously, like, thank you so much.
That was definitely
we're
interesting.
making this game together, ultimately.
Yeah, it's incredibly important part of the process. Like
All
I don't
level
think we
5
would be
weapons and
able to
armor have
do
increased
without it.
functions, basically, but it
Working with
drops from
communities, obviously,
hard
a core part.
difficulties
Dylan,
only. Okay.
Huge thanks to you and your team, obviously, for helping lead
Gotcha.
that charge, and in advance for the big blogs you get to write, and then also our social media team. We'll go ahead and get out the door, so
That's
go ahead and
gonna
give
be
us a
fun.
follow.
I think, Ben,
but
you were saying you wanted to try to break the record for longest twid?
I'm more predicting we are.
Yeah. So
It's not about try, it's the state of things.
it's going to be a multi-month journey as we head towards launch. So.
yeah, be a good time. But we've been talking a lot about the core Destiny hobby. How does that extend into like how players are going to experience like a full year of Destiny?
Yeah, so we've been focusing on improving and changing the formula of Destiny in multiple ways. And so progressing through the Fate Saga is going to be more meaningful with 2 expansions a year. We've been talking about how focusing on
Here's our little
seasons,
roadmap.
and on the core hobby of Destiny.
So let's break this down real fast, chat, and we'll continue it. So, okay. Yeah, exactly. Pokemon. They're catering to both solo people and people that want to go up with teams. So you'll be able to get loot and rewards and stuff in different varieties. Is what it seems. So they're starting us off, chat, July 15th. That's the big day. So all this begins July 15th. The armor, the weapons, the changes, the director, blah, blah, blah. That's all changing then. So we're going to start off with Edge of the Fate July 15th. And then there's some season reclamation, whatever you want to call it, with a reward pass. And then season and major updates available to all players. That's good. So we'll have that July 15th. We'll go through. We'll have a raid at some point. New dungeon won't come out till Renegades, though. So we'll have new raid in the start of July 15th area. And then we'll get the new dungeon, I guess, in Renegades. So I guess it'll be one raid, one dungeon a year kind of thing. We'll have new stories, new locations, missions, weapons, gear, all that good stuff. So we'll go through that July 15th. We'll do the raid, all that fun stuff. Then September 9th, we get a major update, Ash and Iron. So major updates are new and reprised activities, new sandbox meta, new events, new modifiers and challenges, and new gear and artifact mods. Okay. So kind of like, I guess basically like a new episode, essentially. I would say. I guess it's mainly like a new episode, essentially. After a major, expansion, kind of thing, or like that kind of stuff. Or maybe not even an episode, maybe like a season or something. But they're going to basically do a major update here. It's going to have a lot of new stuff. And then the reward pass thing we get here at the beginning, which I guess is like our season pass, we'll have exotic weapon and ornaments, legendary weapon and armor ornaments, cosmetics, and more. So rewards pass is going to become the season pass. But since they're, I guess, not doing seasons, they're changing it to the reward pass. So we'll get Edge of Fate with the reward pass. Season reclamation is what they call it, is this whole time period. But then we'll get the major update. And then Renegades, which is the next expansion, comes December 2nd. So after the major update, we'll have basically the same sort of formula. But instead of a raid, we're going to get a dungeon in Renegades. And then we'll have the major update in the start of March of 2026. So that'll start off in December, end of 2025, into 2026. And then we'll get the major update. And then that's kind of the, I guess, year of prophecy and the first 2 expansions of this new Fate saga, I guess, out of 4. So I guess that's how it's going to work.
Commitment to continually updating it. And in addition, we're going to have 2 free major updates between each of our major expansions coming in Year of Prophecy and beyond. And so ultimately that means there's 4 big beats happening in a year, 2 expansions, 2 free major updates between those expansions.
Okay, so in a year you can expect 2 expansions, 2 major
seasonal
updates.
Content anymore. We're not doing separate seasonal storylines.
They're not doing seasons.
And this also means we're not building a bunch of activity content that basically just goes away.
That's good too. We're not getting a bunch of like temporary stuff.
So we're instead focusing all of that
I like
effort that used
that.
to go there instead into building up the core hobby of the game, so the core hobby stays fresh and exciting, year round. And so ultimately, this means no more paywalls for seasonal content.
That's
And
huge.
also, these major updates themselves that I'm signposting around right now, the size of them roughly and the inspiration for them we're thinking about is like Into the Light.
Okay.
Oh, that's
When
huge.
you
Yeah,
say, like,
everybody liked Into the Light a lot.
for folks
So
that aren't out there, like what for a major update?
the
how
fact
big
that we
is
aren't
that?
paying
Like,
for
how do you
seasons
encapsulate
Yeah.
that?
So when I say Into the Light, a lot of this is like the inspiration of what.
and the
it is.
major
With
and the
Into
major
Light
updates
came
are
a really
free.
cool
That's huge.
theme
Now
that
you'll pay
wrapped
for the
around all the
expansions,
stuff
but
we were building.
that's
with
pretty
him, but
big.
Also a lot of the Reprise stuff as well.
so no
And
more
also, you know,
seasons, no
with
more
it,
temporary
onslaught,
kind of
different types
content like
activity,
that. We're gonna
came
see
with Reprise
expansions and major
missions
updates.
and a rethinking of how we could do like a
I'm down for that.
style event, a raid event with the Pantheon. And so for our first major update coming a few weeks after the Edge of Fate launches, we've got Ash and Iron, right? And so with Ash and Iron, yeah, we're going to be returning to the Plague Lands.
Return to the Plague Lands. Can't wait.
It's going to happen,
Plague Lands, baby.
And
Plague
so, that
Lands.
story is going to pick up from where we left off from the Edge of Fate, and with it, we're going to have a new activity called Reclaim, a brand new exotic mission,
dope.
new types of pinnacle ops entering that for the first time, as well as, of course, what's Destiny without loot to chase? We've got new gear, new rewards, and 2 new exotic weapons as part of it.
Yeah, Forza's fun.
As well.
Forza's a
And
good
again,
time.
this major update and the season, all the seasonal content going forward is free for all players. All the activity.
That's
content
cool.
that
So that's
exists in
good.
the
Free
world.
free for everybody. That's nice.
Yeah, so even to actually go one quick layer two deeper on seasons as well, what are some of the cool things that we're going to be able to do with the season that's launching alongside the Edge of Fate?
Yeah, Ben has been working on this space for the team for a while now, so I'm going to kick this one to him. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're trying to make any time the best time to hop into Destiny.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the ways we want to do that is we want to invest in events that are like accelerating the game and enhancing every part of the game, but also bringing new cool stuff. And actually, we've been working on this so long, we actually have some new cool stuff coming before the Edge of Fate.
It's a special little treat.
Yeah, special little treat.
like a little treat
this
beforehand, it's
Friday,
good.
you can play a little event, maybe you've heard of it, called Heavy Metal, which is Tanks versus Briggs. A new
Oh yeah, the new heavy metal mode. That would seem fun. Yeah, that I don't forget when exactly, but
I'm not
that,
gonna lie.
but that's cool.
But the thing that people at home don't know is we have a new reward. That's a unique thing in Destiny if you invest in this event, if you go and play it. And it is a free-to-play event. So this reward is free to play. It is
Free event,
a
too.
new combat vehicle that goes in your Sparrow sled, combat Sparrow, if you will, called the Griffin.
Oh,
And
fun.
This is a really cool, like, combat-ready vehicle you can take anywhere you can summon a Sparrow. You
Seems
can
like a
summon
fun
it,
mode,
you can use
honestly.
it to fight your enemies and just have a really good time. And there's some really cool there's some really cool build crafting things with this vehicle that I don't want to spoil right now, let people discover, but I'm super excited for it.
They all thought they were going to ride those skimmers forever. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been saying like, what was it? Skimmer is Flash, and the Griffin is Splash.
Hey,
Further
there we go.
than
The
out.
dad joke quota has been met.
We got to get one in.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's not all, right, man? Like, you've got more for us, don't you?
Oh yeah. So like I just said, there's more events that
Yeah.
we've been making. There's one that's going to happen right after the launch of Edge of Fate.
Yo, what's good, Broly? How's it going, man?
And it's a 1 week long event, and you're going to be focusing on one weapon archetype in Arms Week whenever it comes around. And this
Okay.
one is going to give you a new legendary weapon of that type. It's going to have some volatile mods that are there for the week that
So
are
one
super
weapon type
interesting
a
and fun
week.
to play with, and some focusing you can do. But there is a problem when you say this event is going to be about weapons and about using them.
Yeah, you got to have a place to test all that out.
Right, and
Yeah, yeah.
so I
Oh,
I've been doing
shoot.
that in EDZ this whole time, and I'm
Sure.
surprised of you,
Those poor dregs.
right?
Yeah.
But
Poor dregs.
there is a new way now. We have a new feature, a long requested feature that is being added to the game with Arms Week. It is the shooting range.
Ooh,
The shooting range is being added to the
shooting
tower.
range, look
It's
at
a
that.
Permanent addition to the game with the launch.
Permanent.
Arms Week. We're not taking it away.
it's not
And you
gone.
can go
It's not
there
going
and
away.
You can try out everything in your kit, everything
That's
about your
fun.
build with all sorts
You
of
can put champs
situations,
in there.
different kinds of enemies and situations, and it's all real damage numbers. It's like
It's even got a scoreboard
it's even got a
for
scoreboard
you
right there.
and your fire.
And you
team.
can change the
Yeah,
champion
your whole
too.
raid team can go down into the shooting range and try out, like, see exactly how well you're going to do for some kind of boss at this range or
I was
with
gonna
a
say, yeah,
strategy.
who can do most of the damage, right?
Yeah, well, you're finally going to know. That
So we have a rally.
I'm really
fire.
interested
It's
to see
not
how people
just a
utilize this.
Shooting range, like you can go beyond the firing line and use your abilities too.
Yeah, you totally can. And like if
Yeah,
you
so it's
want
not just
to, you
weapons.
can, even take in Prismatic and pop Transcendence and try that out. And well, I think the reason why.
Oh, interesting. You can activate their abilities too. That's cool. They're not just like stationary. You can get them moving.
All about building that line and standing.
That's cool.
exactly.
A lot of theory crafters are going to have to go ahead and have some upheavals to their Google Docs.
I'm really excited. That'll be cool for people
Really good
testing like
tool,
damage and
if
other
we're
stuff.
Adding all of these different systems with gear tiering and all of that, you can go in and check those damage numbers in real time.
And you can even
How do
use your
my stats
abilities. That's
change?
cool.
How are these
Get 'em
different
moving a
gear
little bit, so
bonuses
it's more
gonna
real-
affect
it's more
the
like
gameplay? You can see them in the
Lifelike,
tower.
like you're actually in an activity.
And while we're talking about weapons,
That's really cool.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
that. That's huge.
Yeah, no, there's one more thing. I know
Yeah.
you're excited. So, there's more events. Of course, there's more events. And the holiday events are coming up. Where Solstice is right around the corner.
It's
as well.
summertime, right?
It's
Yeah, Solstice. I forgot. Yeah, it's going to be around.
Solstice has some really cool twists and such that we're planning, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I want to show you all the new holofoil treatment we have for Solstice weapons.
What we
So,
got?
Here we go. This is the holofoil treatment for
Ooh.
Solstice in 2025. It is.
Gonna have to
it is-
grind Solstice, huh,
It's
chat?
amazing every time I look at it. It is
Look at
an
that.
ocean
That's beautiful.
And
God.
the line, yeah. It's
like you're looking into, like, the water.
How did we do that? It's beautiful. I love it. And any kind of weapon that drops for this event can have a holofoil.
Yeah,
no
so
matter
it could
what
be a
the
tier 1 or tier 3. Yeah, any
exactly.
weapon can have a holofoil.
Yeah,
when playing through it.
the tier 5 holofoil.
Ooh.
Like that's gonna be a chase. Our other events will also have holofoils.
Yeah, like arms.
So they're trying to update these events a lot. Yeah, like a beach kind of thing. Yeah. They're trying to update these events a lot too. That's good.
Holofoil treatment. The holidays will have their own kind of special one, but yeah, Armsy will have their holofoil drops that you can farm as well.
super excited.
That'll make me want to farm
It's
it.
going to be a good time. I'm going to have way too much stuff to chase down. So
I'm about to say, yeah,
that's
there's gonna be a lot of stuff to chase now with all these new changes. There's just so many things. It's great,
one
but
more
I'm just so.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking a lot
So
about
many things
here
to
are the
look
free
at.
updates coming to Destiny, the portal, a bunch of different stuff, Edge of Fate, but we also have another expansion, and we need Allison back on the couch to talk about
right.
it.
Yeah, Allison.
She's the best one to talk
Yeah,
about.
go.
we've got something very exciting. And so once again, Allison, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it.
Welcome
Of
back.
course. I'm so excited to be the one more thing.
Yeah, it's a tradition around here, so we're glad that you could obviously go ahead and lead us into this one. But as Dylan mentioned, we've talked about the Edge of Fate, but this is the first year we're going to be doing 2 expansions over the course of a year. Can you
Yeah,
tell us
that'll be
a little
big.
bit about Renegades?
Yeah, so
In
we're
one
going
year,
to
which
have
is exciting.
a dedicated reveal for Renegades in September alongside our major update, Ashen Iron. But earlier, we were talking about how sometimes our formulas can constrain us from experimenting and innovating. And so in that spirit, Renegades is going to be very different from the Edge of Fate. What I
Interesting.
can tell you, and we'll talk plenty about it later.
Because like that says,
is
that starts
we're
in July, and
going to
then
be experimenting and
Renegades is
innovating
Edge
with
of Fate starts in
activities,
July, and
with
then
social
Renegades is in
mechanics, and
December.
more. But more importantly, I want to talk about our inspiration. And so I have to kind of tee it up first. So Renegades is going to be a Destiny, like definitively Destiny expansion. This is part of the Fate saga, and it's going to push it forward in important ways and introduce characters that we're going to spend time with
Yeah,
for
exactly.
years
Awesome.
to come. It is an essential Fate saga story. And it's an homage to a universe that has inspired Bungie from the start. It's a universe that all of us here on the couch grew up with, as well as everyone else at the studio and millions of you back at home too. It is a peanut butter and combination, a peanut butter and like chocolate combination inside of what we're making that could only be possible in the kind of world that we build here. And so I am absolutely thrilled to be able to give our first sneak peek at Destiny 2 Renegades.
Let's take a look.
Let's see it, chat. Let's see it. Oh shoot. It's Star Wars. It's just Star. Oh wait, that's Han Solo. Yo, it's a lightsaber. Oh shoot. Yo, and the speeders. It's like Tatooine. It even said Lucasfilm on the bottom. Oh shoot, man! Take my money. Take my money.
Okay,
Star
Robbie, what did you
Wars.
see?
Yeah, so
Yes,
that's
I've always
Renegades,
wanted this.
Which is coming out.
You guys know how much I love
December,
Star
and
Wars.
To really drive it home here, Renegades
I love
is a
this.
one-of-a-kind Destiny experience, right? And
I've always
just
wanted
like
more Star
we
Wars stuff.
On the Destiny team, have
I
taken
always thought it would fit
inspiration
perfectly with the universe.
from other genres like dark fantasy or cosmic horror. Renegades takes the space western vibe.
Yeah, you did,
and
Nate, you did.
aesthetic that
Oh,
is
man.
Star Wars, and it puts it through that Destiny lens. And ultimately, it's created a
Man, I
new
wanna play
wilderness
Renegades.
frontier that is emerging within Soul. And so, like,
I don't
we're
wanna
so
wait till
excited,
December.
to show Renegades off.
I
a
wanna
little
play
bit today
Renegades.
and to be talking about it more in the future.
Look at the
in September
lightsaber,
alongside,
man.
The major update with Ashen Iron. But right now, today, we're focused on Rite of the Nine and what's right around the corner with the Edge of Fate.
And the Han Solo
There's a lot of
DL-44
calendars
blaster.
getting marked just now on September, but
Hopefully.
no, super excited to share more of that in the future. But
Oh,
that
I'm so
actually
pumped
leads
for this
us
one.
to the conclusion of today's show, which again we covered a lot.
There's
in
been a lot today.
Yeah, this has been a
Like a
big
few
show.
things.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, we went through a lot of it. So let's go ahead and quickly double check. We obviously went through and the Year of Prophecy, pardon me, is going to go ahead and
Give me
kick off
my
on
Star
July
Wars.
15th, and this
Well,
kicks
remember,
off the
chat, we got
brand new
hinted-
multi-year Fate Saga. And
All right, well, here, let's do this
full
first.
copy of Destiny. The first expansion, the Edge of
So we
Fate.
got
is
Edge of
gonna be
Fate July
launching again on
15th.
As I
That's
noted,
our
it's
focus
raid
right now.
launching on
That's what's
July
coming up.
19th.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot
With
of
the new raid.
information. We already covered that.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you can't just sneak in a raid date. We have a new raid coming
Yeah.
with the expansion, July 19th.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna have a bunch
4
of
days
logs,
after
we're
the
gonna have
expansion
rules,
launches.
regulations, all that kind of stuff for our raid race.
Of course.
We invite everybody to come in, try to go for that world first title.
Chat, what day is
yeah,
that?
I mean, just stay tuned for more details. We're not going to spoil anything. It's a raid. We got to keep it secret.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody mark your calendars.
Yeah. Bungie.net is the place to go ahead and learn more.
Yo,
And
that's a
follow our social
Saturday.
media channels. Do us all a favor. So in addition to that, again, as we've noted, Ash and Iron, our first free major update, will be launching on
Wow,
September
that's
9th.
Saturday.
Renegades, very exciting, will be launching in December. And then keep an eye again on our social channels. We'll provide all the updates once they're available. But as far as today goes, the Edge of Fate and the entire Year of Prophecy pre-orders are available starting right now. Now, pre-ordering for starters, the Ultimate Edition will go ahead and unlock the New Land Beyond.
New
New Land Beyond, not
that
old.
exotic sniper. Ooh, I can't
exciting.
wait, man.
So if you pre-order the Ultimate, you get the New Land
They'll
Beyond.
be unlockable in addition to several other goodies, and also we've also got a collector's edition that'll be available.
Oh,
You
shoot.
can see here on screen.
Oh, no, you can't. Hold up. How do I, I don't remember how I do it here. Oh, no, you can't. You can't just like do that to me. Hold up.
Everybody to come in, try to go for that world first
Hold
title.
up, chat.
And yeah, I mean, just stay tuned for more details. We're not
That
gonna
looks
spoil
so
anything. It's a
legit.
raid. We got to keep it secret.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody mark your calendars.
Yeah.
That looked
Bungie.net
like
is the place to go ahead and
such a
learn
good
more.
collab.
Follow our social media channels. Do us all a favor. So in addition to that, again, as we've noted, Ash and Iron, our first free major update, will be launching on September 9th. Renegades, very exciting, will be launching in December. And then keep an eye again on our social channels. We'll provide all the updates.
I'm
once
so
they're
pumped for
available.
Renegades,
But
man.
As far as
I love Star
today
Wars.
Goes, the Edge of
Star
Fate
Wars
the
and
entire Year of
Destiny.
Prophecy pre-orders are available starting right now. Now, pre-ordering for starters, the Ultimate Edition will go ahead and unlock the New Land Beyond.
So this is what. So
Land
if you get the Ultimate Edition of Edge of Fate, you get New Land Beyond, and then it looks like a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to pause.
In addition to several other goodies, and also
Because the Year of Prophecy is kind of this year, which is so. In the Ultimate Edition, you get Edge of Fate and Renegades. You get both things. That lightsaber looks sick, by the way.
we've also got a collector's.
So there's gonna be a collector's edition. Look how legit that's Darth Vader, General Grievous, and Kylo Ren, alongside an emote, ghost emblem, and New Land Beyond. Look how legit that looks, though. You know how some of the like on the Destiny thing or the Star Wars thing we just got, I was like, okay, that looks cool. You know, but this looks so legit. I mean, General Grievous looks fantastic. Kylo Ren, dope. Darth Vader, dope. I mean, that's like legit, like in terms of a collab. I think this looks even better than the thing we just got with like the Imperial Guard, Death Trooper, and Stormtrooper. Like the likeness looks really good. I think that's just really cool. Yeah, swap Edge of Fate and Renegades. Yeah, please. I want to play that now. Look at that, man. Ah, looks so good. So if you pre-order, you instantly unlock it. So I'm guessing if you pre-order now, you automatically get it, I guess. That looks so sick. I'm so excited about General Grievous. I love General Grievous. Kylo looks great. That's awesome, man. That's so cool they're working with Lucasfilm.
An awful lot of very cool stuff, including this cool statue that you may have known.
Yeah, so if you pre-order Year of Prophecy, which is this whole year, so the Fate Saga is everything, but then the Year of Prophecy is Edge of Fate and Renegades. That's this whole kind of year expansion stuff. So you'll get both the expansions and all the content, but that's like, this is what it is. That's cool. If you get the collector's edition, you get this cool statue along with all the other stuff too and the content.
Got a little excited on this one.
That's pretty cool.
We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition. So like that weird metal thing, that weird envelope, boy, weird.
Yeah, awesome. I think these look so good though. I don't know what they did differently with Lucasfilm. I don't know if they were sort of relegated to only a certain look, but the way they made Vader look and Grievous and Kylo Ren, those look fantastic.
All of our events moving forward is going to be a free to all players. So make sure and go ahead and check that out when that arrives. And before the show wraps up, make sure and stick around for a little bit longer. longer, we're going to be rating our good friend Sammy Cat as well.
Oh, that's
so
nice of
go ahead
them.
and give her a follow. Tell her we said hello in chat.
Be right back. I'm pre-ordering it right now. Bungie's taking my money. Ultimate Edition. Here I come. Yeah.
Drop it over there.
It looks sick,
check out
man.
her stream. She's going to be having a good time.
So I guess the Ultimate Edition is almost
that
like the
concludes it
deluxe
for us
edition,
here today.
essentially.
So for starters, huge
So
thanks
right
to my
before
teammates here for
collectors.
joining me.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, yeah. Robbie, Allison, Dylan, of course. There we go. We got Ben, and of course, Mr. Dave Samuel. Thank you all so much for being here today. And then, of course, to the crew that puts all this on.
Thank you, everyone.
This doesn't happen by accident. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work and dealing with me on these last couple of days. And of course, to everyone at home, to all of our guardians out there in the community, thank you. It's a tremendous privilege to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on early, and it matters only if you guys show up and join us. So we really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed. And otherwise, in the meantime, until we see you again, take care of yourselves. Take care
That
of
was
each other.
sick, man.
See you all Star Side.
Whew. That was cool. What you guys think? I mean, there's just so much stuff to unpack. It's hard to look at it all, but that was great. I liked it. So if we pre-order, we can get the Star Wars armor? I guess so. I mean, I guess it's what it seems like. Yeah, so I guess the Ultimate Edition chat is like the deluxe edition, but you get all those cool rewards if you pre-order, which is really sick. That's awesome. But yeah, what you guys think? I love the Star Wars collab. I think this one looks fantastic. The designs of the armor, we getting a lightsaber and Renegades. We're getting the DL-44 like Han Solo blaster. Looks like we got some sort of cool Sparrow thing coming in, like we're on Tatooine. Like, oh my goodness, what a cool expansion in Renegades. Edge of Fate seems really dope though, with the armor changes, the weapon changes, the director changes, oh my goodness, all the stuff that they're launching with that. We got a new raid only 4 days after the expansion launches. Then we'll have the new dungeon, of course, in Renegades, since we're doing one dungeon, one raid a year right now. But 2 big expansions and then 2 major updates that are free, which is nice. The major updates are free. So that's gonna be really exciting. So we'll have to see all that content, but it looks good, man. It looks like a good year of content. That's exciting.
Pre-orders are available starting.
Gun.
I mean, we got new weapons,
beautiful. I love
holofoil
it.
things. We got new stuff. I mean, just so
Bungie.net
good.
is
Let
the
me
place to go ahead and
see
learn
if we can
more.
find that
Again, follow
trailer.
our social media channels. Do us all a favor. So in
I
addition
wanna pull
to
up
that,
Renegades again.
as
Where's
we noted,
Renegades?
Action Iron, our first free major update, will be launching on September 9th. Renegades,
Where's Renegades?
very exciting, will be launching in December. And then keep
Where
an
was
eye
that for
again
the
on our
armor?
social channels. We'll provide all the updates once they're available. But as far as today goes, the Edge of Fate and the entire Year of Prophecy pre-orders are available starting right now.
Where
Now pre-ordering
is
for starters, the
my
Ultimate Edition will go ahead and unlock the New Land Beyond.
New Land Beyond.
Give me my trailer again.
Sniper.
Ooh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait, same, honestly. That'll be unlockable in addition
Like
to
sometime after
several other
this.
goodies. And also, we've also got a collector's edition that'll be available.
Yeah, that looks sick, dude. Look how lifelike. I mean, they just look so real. It's great.
Including this cool statue that
Very
you may have
realistic.
noticed here that's been sitting with us on stage.
Oh my goodness,
This is where
why
you can go
did I,
ahead and
like,
add to your
lose it?
collection as well, but that's
It was
all
not
that's
that far
happening.
ago.
Allison?
We got the writing team got a little excited on this one. We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition. So like that weird metal thing, that weird envelope. Boy, weird. Wonder what's up with that.
Just decorative
You should
points?
probably read it. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do. A
You should
dramatic
probably read
reading,
it.
as we
We're gonna say it's this.
Every activity.
I was hoping it was.
Except for solo ops, because that's solo.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yes,
But
otherwise,
in the
aside
Fire Chiefs
from
and
that
Pinnacle
one.
Ops, it's
Oh my
everything.
goodness,
Yeah,
dude.
you
How
have
did I like
options to play
lose
with
it?
yourself or with other people.
That used to go there instead into building up the core hobby. of
Chat,
the
we
game, so
literally
the
had
hobby
it.
stays fresh and exciting, year round. And
Is it
so,
after the firing range?
Ultimately, this means no more paywalls for.
Yeah, there it is.
is
Okay,
a
sorry.
Peanut butter and combination.
couldn't find it.
a peanut
The Ultimate
butter and
Edition-
white chocolate combination.
How
inside
expensive is it?
of
Do we
what
know
we're
the
making
prices was?
That could only be possible in the kind of world that we.
$99 $100 for it? Oh wow.
Absolutely thrilled.
You get a lot of
to be able
content,
to
though, for
give
a
our
year,
first
though.
Sneak peek at Destiny 2 Renegades.
Let's take a look.
Oh, okay. So if you pre-order the normal one, it gives you New Land Beyond. Yeah, look at this, chat. This trailer's sick. Yeah, I don't know if I can buy this stuff right now, but the lightsaber, dude. Thinking insane. I'm so pumped, man. They even got the Star Wars sound, bro. It's like Tatooine, dude, and it's like this sparrows, bro. Oh my, like speeder bikes. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, I'm so pumped for it. Look, it just looks so good, man.
Robbie, what did we just see?
Renegades looks so
that's
good.
Renegades, which
I'm
is
really
coming
pumped
out,
for Renegades, man. I gotta watch that one more time quickly. Renegades just looks so good. Just for me as a Star Wars fan, just that looks incredible. Oh, it's so sick. They did a nice job with the title, the wording too. So the full reveal September 9th, and then it releases December. So I guess we're gonna get a bunch of stuff in the major update coming September 9th. Which will be the major update for Edge of Fate. And then I guess then we'll get like a big trailer where they'll talk about a bunch of stuff, and then we'll get the release in December. Just look at it, dude. They made it like Tatooine. They made it look like Mos Eisley or Jabba's palace area or whatever, like over here. But like, I'm so pumped, dude, for like, but it's gonna be like, it's part of Lucasfilm. They did combine with them, but like, I don't know how. I'm curious to see how it ties in like story stuff. Bungie just took $100 with tax from me. Oh man, I'm so excited for it, man. So pumped.
Okay, Robbie, what did we just?
Yeah, so the Fate Saga, Edge of Fate, and then we got Renegades. But
yeah,
so
that's
good, dude.
Renegades,
I'm so
which
pumped
is
for
coming
that.
out,
I won't be able to
December.
pre-order it right now,
To
but
really drive
I'll have to do it
home
at some
here,
point.
Renegades is a one-of-a-kind Destiny experience, right? And just like we on the Destiny team have taken inspiration from other genres like dark fantasy or cosmic horror, Renegades takes the space western vibe and aesthetic that is Star Wars, and it puts it through that Destiny lens. And
That's gonna be so
ultimately,
cool.
It's created a new lawless frontier that is emerging within Seoul. And so, like, we're so excited to show Renegades off a little bit today and to be talking about.
So
it
apparently,
once
chat, the
in
standard
September
edition
alongside,
of Edge
the
of
major
Fate / Year of
updates,
Prophecy
Cast Iron.
is $40
But right
for
now
the
today,
standard.
we're focused on
Year of
Rise
Prophecy
the
edition is
Nine, and
$80, which
we're
I
right around
guess
the corner with
gives Renegades and Edge of Fate like the whole year of content. And then if you get the Year of Prophecy Ultimate Edition, which is $20 more, so instead of 80, it's 100. That is, I guess, what gets you the Star Wars stuff. And then Collector's Edition with game code is $275.
So let's go ahead and quickly double check. We obviously went
So kind of, I think the similar price, the same price. I think
Year of Prophecy
$275 is
on
Final
July
Shape
15th.
collectors,
This kicks off a
but about
brand new
$100 more if you, or it's
multi-year
$100
saga
instead of
focused on
80 if you want the
hobby of
extra.
Destiny. The first expansion, The Edge of Fate, is going
But
to be
that is
launching
really
again on
exciting.
July 15th,
I'll have to
with
see how I
another
can get
release
it
raid
eventually,
launching on
but
July
that looks really
19th.
cool.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot of information. We
Prices
already covered
sound
that.
about
You
right.
can't just sneak in a raid date.
What's up, Traxxas?
We have a
And I'm
new
curious
raid
to see how
coming.
this raid stuff's going to go. I mean,
July
4 days
19th,
after the new DLC or the new
we're gonna have
expansion
a bunch
launches
of
with
blogs. We're going to have the rules,
Edge
regulations,
of
all
Fate,
that
this
kind
new
of stuff for our
raid.
raid
It's going to be
race.
interesting.
We invite everybody to come in, try to go for that world first title.
And on a Saturday, too. We haven't seen that.
Just
I don't know if
stay
we've
tuned
ever-
for
have
more
we ever
details.
seen that?
We're
I don't
not gonna
know.
Spoil anything? It's a raid. We got to keep it secret.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody mark your calendars.
Yeah. Bungie.net is the place to go ahead and learn more. And again, follow our social media channels. Do us all a favor. So in addition to that, again, as
And they
we noted,
did say,
Ashen
chat, the
Iron, our
Plague
first
Lands from
major
Rise of
update,
Iron's
launching
returning in the
September
first major
9th.
update called
Renegades,
Ashen Iron in like
excited
September
in
9th.
December.
Oh, that's gonna be
And then
cool.
Keep an eye again on our social channels.
That
We'll
has
all
me
the
excited.
updates once they're available. But as far as today
Will they-
goes, the
will they
Edge of
have
Fate and
Siva?
The entire Year of Prophecy pre-orders are available starting right now. Now, pre-ordering for starters, the Ultimate Edition will go ahead and unlock the New Land Beyond.
New land beyond
Land.
that exotic sniper.
Super
Ooh, I
excited.
can't wait, man.
I can't wait, same, honestly. That'll be unlockable in addition to several other goodies. And also, we've also got a collector's
I'm so
edition that'll
excited.
be available. You can see here on screen, it will be coming with an awful lot of very cool stuff, including this cool statue that you may have noticed here that's been sitting with us on stage. This is one that you can go ahead and add to your collection as well, but that's not all that's in there. Is there, Allison?
We got the writing team got a little excited on this one. We put a lot of lore goodies into this collector's edition. So like that weird metal thing, that weird envelope. Boy, weird. Wonder what's up with that.
Just decorative
You should
points?
probably read it. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do a dramatic reading as soon as
Yeah,
we're
we
done.
should go downstairs immediately after
It's
this.
really
Oh yeah, right after this.
Someone said they saw
and
how
then
much
again,
money
too,
the
as
Star
far
Wars
as today
skins
goes,
brought in.
right at the ninth,
They
this is the
just
essential prologue to the
inspired
Edge of Fate, and like all of our
Renegades
events
after
moving
Star
forward, it's going to be
Wars.
a free to all players. So,
And someone
make
commented, it was
sure and
on
go ahead and check
X.
that out when that
Someone
arrives.
was like, that
And
definitely made them a
before the show wraps up,
billion.
make sure to stick around for a little bit longer. We're going to be rating our good friend Sammy Cat as well. So
Oh,
go ahead give her a follow. Tell her we said hello in chat. Pardon me. If
Can you
any
imagine
Twitch
probably how
subs
much
or
money
anything like
even
that,
just the
go ahead and do us a favor,
Stormtrooper, Death
drop it over
Trooper,
there and check
the
out stream.
emotes
She's
and all
having
that
a
stuff
good
made
time.
them?
But,
That had to have made
that
them so
concludes
much
it
money. They
for
were
us
like,
here
you know
today.
what?
So for
And I was
starters,
hoping it was going to make them a lot of money where they would do more Star Wars stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
I bet
Robbie
that made
Elson,
so
Dylan,
much money
of
that
course,
they were like,
there we go. We got
let's just
Ben,
like
and of
inspire a
course,
whole
Mr. Dave
expansion
Sanders.
off
Thank you all
Star
so much for being
Wars
here today.
and just do more.
And then, of course,
And
the
with
crew
how
that puts all
good
this on,
those
Thank you, this doesn't
Darth
happen by accident.
Vader,
Thank you all so
Kylo
much
Ren,
for
and
working
Grievous skins
really
look.
with me
Oh
on
my
these
goodness,
last
can you
couple of
imagine?
days. And of course, to
That
everyone
had to have brought in a
to all
lot
of our
of money.
guardians out there in the community, thank you.
Siva was fun. I like Siva, man. Going back to the Plague Lands from Rise of Iron, that'd be sick. That's coming in the major expansion, so that's
we
cool.
really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed.
I'm really
And
excited.
Otherwise, in the meantime, until we see you again, take care of yourself.
So it seems like,
Take care
yeah,
of each
well,
other.
let's log into Destiny. Basically, it's going to be... It's going to be like Destiny... It's going to be a Destiny expansion, but Star Wars inspired is what I'm getting, is what I'm seeing. And we got Ride of the 9 beginning today too, which I sadly can't do, but I don't have time to do it, but we'll check weekly reset stuff. But that was cool. Let me just change screens real quick, chat, and then we'll do that, okay? I got to get out of this tab and everything else, log into the game. Just give me 2 seconds to do that. But that looks so cool, though. I'm really pumped. Let me log on. Destiny's got an update. Go figure. I guess they're just adding a bunch of stuff. There you go. You guys can see that. I'm just doing the update really fast. Hopefully it's not too long. How's your day going? It's been great. We just checked out all the Edge of Fates reveal stuff that was coming out today, and it's looked really good. Looks really good. I'm really excited for it. But it's been solid. Well, it's not going to be just a straight, from my understanding, it's not just going to be a straight like Star Wars expansion. It's going to be like Destiny stuff, but it's all going to be Star Wars inspired is what I figured, at least. Could be wrong, but that's what it seems, at least. I'll see what we get. We'll see. It looks so good. So you actually got all this stuff in game already, Broly? Is that it? I can't wait. I'm gonna take a week off of work, dude. I mean, with the rate, forget stinking whatever this update is. Forget that. I was trying to be generous with it and be like, oh, we'll do it quickly. Why not? Nope, no way. So yeah, did you actually get all like the Star Wars stuff too, Broly, since you pre-ordered? But yeah, a chat with the raid coming out 4 days after the DLC and everything, or I should keep saying DLC, the expansion of Edge of Fate launching. It's gonna be crazy. But the fact that we're actually gonna be able to get lightsabers in Destiny is so cool. Like it looked legit, like it's in like an actual like sword melee kind of thing, That's what it seems like. That looks so cool though. Peak stuff. I'm just excited. There's so many things to unpack. Like there's just so many things to look at, but I'm really excited for it. Because, I mean, with all the weapon and armor changes and director and everything else, it's definitely overwhelming, but I'm really excited to get my hands on it come, I guess, July and just, check it all out. Should be really cool. But we're supposed to get the full reveal of Renegades come... I gotta plug in my controller. Come the major update, so we'll see. I got New Land Beyond, Ghost, and all 3 Star Wars sets, emote, and emblem. Oh, sweet. So yeah, you got everything straight away as soon as you pre-order. That's sick. That's awesome. Universal remote now, yeah. All right, chat. Let's check out the 100. We'll check out weekly reset things, and then we'll see what we can do. So Ride of the Nine's out now. The 9 have issued a challenge to all Guardians where you answer the call. So you complete challenges to earn a new title, shader, and dungeon exotic. Sorry, and you can get the dungeon exotics too. But you get a new title and shader, and then you can get the dungeon exotics as well. It's just a new title, shader, and dungeon exotics, but I don't think it means brand new dungeon exotics. I could be wrong. I don't think we're actually getting new ones. So you got to learn dungeon mechanics and earn loot through the new Explorer difficulty, and then collect Adept and Holofoil versions of powerful dungeon weapons. So we can get Holofoils. Our first look at Holofoils, actually, which is really cool. That's awesome. And then here's the dope stuff. So this is the Ultimate Edition. It's actually they're working with Lucasfilm on all this. This is really exciting. As a Star Wars fan, this is amazing. So the Year of Prophecy, which is this whole year, the 2 expansions, Edge of Fate and Renegades. If you get the Ultimate Edition, you get reward passes. So the Edge of Fate ×2 and Renegades ×2. I'm guessing there's one for the expansions and then one for the major updates, would be my guess, at least. Secret Stash, currency pack. You also get an exotic Sparrow. You get the New Land Beyond automatically, from what Broly said. You instantly unlock it. And then there's a Catalyst and Ornament. And then you instantly unlock this emote, emblem, and ghost. And then additional exclusives at Renegades pre-order is a ship and maybe an emblem. I guess it's an emblem. But then you also get the bundle here as well, where you get Kylo Ren, Vader, and Grievous all together too. So that's dope. I can't pre-order it right now, but I'll have to try to do that at some point because I so want the Star Wars stuff, dude. And I'm gonna play through that expansion anyway, so that looks sick. But yeah, I think Broly's. Oh shoot, yeah, it's already. Oh, so the director page already has it. So Edge of Fate's already here, so you can actually pre-order it now on the page, which is really interesting. And then does this have the future timeline? Oh, it does. Nice. So Edge of Fate, which is here. So this is the stuff with the 9 and everything else. And then Renegade's chat, it says, dive into the criminal underworld and take down an evil empire. Venture into a lawless frontier and reveal deeper mysteries about a new dungeon in Seoul. Build your power, credits, and notoriety. So wording is very Star Wars inspired. Like I said, I don't think it'll be like a Star Wars expansion, but I think it's going to have heavy Star Wars inspired Destiny expansion. So it'll be a Destiny expansion at its core, but it's going to be so heavily in Star Wars inspired from what it seems. At least that's how I'm reading it, at least. I could be wrong, but that's just how I'm reading it. But that's very cool. I'm really pumped for that. Oh, you got the stuff in your character, bro. Yeah, let me check that out in a second. I got you. So here, chat, we got Collision. Collide with your opponents over a series of shifting zones in this high-intensity 3v3 shootout. So you can play Collision. Then you got Rift, Control, Comp, all that good stuff. Gambit's still gambiting. Gambit is that Bonus Infamy? Yeah, Bonus Infamy this week, chat. So Bonus Infamy. And then Nightfall stuff. This week, at least, is going to be Prison of Elders, so Warden of Nothing. So you got that available to you. Featured raid and dungeon. Well, let's show you Lost Sector first, actually. Lost Sector, chat, we got Gilded Precept. Featured raid and dungeon, though, chat. Looks like we got Garden of Salvation. That's going to be a big one. And then Duality. So 1 raid, 1 dungeon there. And then the other dungeon is going to be Shattered. And then we got Starcrossed and Kingsfall. So Kingsfall, Garden. What do we say? Duality and Shattered, right? Yeah. So those are the raids and dungeons. Then, of course, we got the new Ride of the Nine stuff. So this is now available. So you can jump into that, which is really cool. And then here's the different modes. So I guess this is mainly like this is, I guess, is where maybe you claim treasures and stuff. So you still got dares, but then Spire, you can go up to Ultimatum, which is like the crazy one. That's like the craziest mode, but it's going to give you, I think, the best rewards. And then you can go a lower tier and then a tier before that, which you can go Explorer or Explorer Matchmate. So this is great for solo players. Or you can go kind of the medium difficulty or the max. I'll probably try to do Ultimatum at some point. And then of course we got Grasp. This is just normal Grasp. So it seems like this is our weekly one, chat. So we'll have Spire. Search Treasure Hoard, you can still visit. So it seems like we'll have Spire as this weekly one, and it'll just rotate. So depending on which one you want to do, that'll come weekly. But at least you can do the different difficulties already for Spire to start you off. And then I guess next week will be either Prophecy or Ghosts, and then the week after will be the one that they didn't do. So Ultimatum's just contest mode. Okay, so if you want to do the highest mode, that's contest. That'll give you some crazy reward, I'm sure. Spire's fun. Yeah, Spire's good. I'm glad they didn't start you off with Ghosts of the Deep. That's the one I'm dreading, but we'll do it eventually. I saw Kylo TIE Fighter as a ship. You did? Oh, sick. That's cool. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff with Edge of Fate, chat. Hopefully we can get that eventually. But I'll have to try to do Spire's Ultimatum mode at some point this week. Like I said, I can't do it today. I'm going to the Caps game tonight, so I'm kind of busy today. But let's just head down to the tower, chat. We'll check Eververse and Banshee and Ada and weapons, whatever else, and then we'll jump into we'll jump into Eververse, and then we'll see what time we're at, because I got a lot of stuff to do in very little time, basically. We do have a new set of seasonal challenges, though, so if you complete the Nightfall on higher tier difficulties, you get points. Great Combatant Shields, it's pretty chill. Defeat Dread Combatants anywhere in the system. Additional progress in episode Heresy activities. In the Pale Hearts, just do Lost Sectors, patrols, all that good stuff. And then defeat combatants with Arc Strand or Void subclass equipped in Gambit. So a couple Gambit things. I still need to get my Gambit thing done, I think, still too. So we'll do that. Oh, Ultimatum gives guaranteed Adepts. Oh, sick. And then that's so you can get Adepts, and then I guess the possibility of that new holofoil thing, right? No vacationing for me that I know of that I'm doing this year, at least. No. Oh, nice. Awesome one. There you go. So that'll be perfect for you to do this mode. Okay, so it looks like Ultimatum, then, chat, you're going to be getting Adepts and then a chance at holofoils, which is like the special shiny Adept, which holofoils is also coming in Edge of Fate. But this is kind of going to be our first look at like holofoils now, at least. Very cool. And then, Broly, you said you got the stuff on, right? Let me check you out real quick. See what you're rocking. Where are you? Oh, I'm guessing. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a new emblem, right? Yeah. Bro, he already got Edge of Fate. That's great. And there's New Land Beyond too. Sick. Where are you? Yeah, where are you on my list? Oh, there you are. Yeah, the ammo bars, I'm not too sure what that means. Yeah, we talked about that earlier too. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't know if that's going to be like getting ammo for those, like bricks and stuff. We'll have to see. They didn't really talk about that too much, but that was definitely something people brought up a lot for sure. So here's the Kylo one, chat. This is what you pre-order. Look how legit that is. Like when you think about the other two that we had, like with, or sorry, the other three, like with the Stormtrooper and the Imperial Guard and then the other one and the Death Trooper. This just looks so legit. I mean, the helmet is just like, it's straight out of Star Wars. Like it just looks really real and Destiny. You know what I mean? It just looks really good in my opinion. I don't know if they did something different or they were allowed to do a deeper sort of customization, or they, you know, maybe had more time to do like a deeper look on these, but like it just looks really good. Just look wise, it just looks nice, and it, you know, it works with the Destiny theme and stuff. It's just nice. I don't know. It could just be me. Does anybody else feel like they just look clearer from Star Wars, or just have a better Star Wars look in the Destiny universe? It just looks really nice. I just think they did an excellent job. And then here's New Land Beyond. Looks sick. I love it. You can get this automatically. It's really cool. And I guess it comes with a catalyst and ornament as well too. But that was great. And then here's that new ghost shell that we get as well with that. I like this one. That looks really cool. I like the design. CB had the Vader set on. Oh, okay. I don't know if he still does. I didn't stay on his character long enough. Oh, he does. Look at that, bro. he did a good job because he changed the color to super black so it looked more like Vader-esque, because the eyes I think initially are just red outright, but he did a good job with super black to be able to make it very Vader-esque, which I love. So that's sick, dude. Look how good that looks. So good. But like I said, once again, the helmet, literally straight out of Star Wars, looks fantastic. They did a great job. They did an excellent job with all this. And then here's that new emblem I guess you get as well when pre-ordering. Wish they had a Vader variant for all classes. That'd be cool. But I mean, it's... Well, wait, is it universally? Well, no, because it would be character specific. That's right. That's right. I'm wrong on that. I was like, wait, can't you just do it all? But no, they're character specific. Yeah, I like those a lot. I'd probably rock the Grievous one pretty hard, though. That one's cool. But let's check out Banshee, Ada, all that fun stuff, and then we'll jump into Eververse. Sorry. I know I'm kind of delaying that.
Let's get started.
C-3PO armor? That'd be funny. All right. Weapon-wise chat. Reservoir Burst, Compulsive Reloader. That's not bad. Frenzy Genesis on the Glaive. Field Prep opening on Taipan. Mulligan. Eye of Storm. Yeah, that's not too great. Surrounded Clown Cartridge. And Triple Tap Harmony. Okay.
Stay out of sight.
That's okay. I don't mind that. That's okay. Let's see what the Adept is.
Got it.
Adept this week, chat, is... Why are there two? There's two of them, and I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, no, sorry, wait. There's... No. No, I'm right. They just split it up. I don't have this pulse. I'll go for the pulse. I don't think I have the pulse. I didn't think I had that sidearm. That's why I bought that. Yeah, I didn't have it in collections before. So we have that, but then what's this pulse rifle? I don't think I have this. No, New Judgment. Oh, yeah, because of the... I forgot because of the look. That's the Judgment Adept, sorry. Exhausted Truth. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm pulse rifle. Sorry, I was on hand cannon. Relentless Adept. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I don't have these. Okay, we'll, I'll have to work towards those then. I'll get the regular one now, so I don't have... Oh, no, I can't, though, because I don't have it. Shoot. Okay. Remind me, chat, I got to do a GM this week. I'll probably forget, so just remind me. I don't really care as much about that one, the Lotus Eater. I think I already have a decent roll. Let me check if Saint's got anything, because someone told me I should go to Saint earlier. Let me see if he's got anything. And then we'll go over to Eververse. Or, sorry, we'll go over to Ada, and then we'll do Eververse. That'd be sick. Now, Meg, I'd love that. That'd be cool. If you want to see the Hunter set I have it on, oh, that'd be perfect. Thank you for showing me these. Appreciate it. It's kind of nice to get to see him in game. But let me check this really fast, and I'll check you.
The next time bullies come crashing.
Because Trial should be this week, chat, because no Iron Banner. Oh, sick. Chat, I can get the shotgun now. Oh, sick. Wait, do I have... Yeah, someone was saying go to Saint. You can actually get you can get it right now. Do I have regular one? Yeah, I do. Okay. What's up, Antarctic? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, let me buy this, chat.
Take this with care and see it.
Good roll. What in the PvE, bro? That's a straight PvE roll. Whatever. Fine. I'll put it in my vault. Maybe I'll use it eventually. I want a PvP roll, dude. That's a straight... That's about as much PvE as you can get out of a shotgun roll. Might as well get it, though, chat, you know? I mean, I'll probably... If it's the one this week, then from Trials, I'll get it. Like, if it's the one this week, I'll do that. I'll probably farm Trials in a little bit if I have time. Because then I'd like to try to get a PvP. I'd like to get a PvP roll, but that's a straight PvE one. So this is Grievous. Oh, they cooked, bro. Look at him. It looks just like Grievous. They even look at how they did the feet. Look, that's literally his feet. That's perfect. It wasn't just like some boot thing they did or whatever. Like, that's legit. This is probably my favorite one. Okay, they all look great because I all like how they look just like they do in Star Wars, which is my favorite thing about those. But they look so legit. I mean, this is no shader either right now. This is default. Fantastic. They even got the red in the cloak. That's amazing. I think the Grievous one is my favorite one. I love General Grievous as a character. So, oh my goodness. I don't know how I can pre-order this thing because I really can't right now, but I need to get this for my hunter, dude. I'd rock this so much. This looks great. They did the eyes perfect, the face, like the mask, the cape is red in the background, just like it is in the movies. His claws are perfect too here on the bottom on his feet. Well done, man. Bungie, hats off to them on the Star Wars collab, man. They really upped it from the last one we had just had to this. This is excellent. I love this. They did a really nice job with these. Thanks for showing me that, Broly. That looks sick, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that just looks so good. They did such a good job. Well done, game.
Kill anything big lately?
But now I need to try to get the ultimate one because of the stinking thing.
Break that, all right?
Why did I come? Why did I didn't mean to come there. I meant to go to Ada, but my brain was like, Gambit? I do need to try to do Gambit, I guess, this week too because of the infamy stuff. Yeah, I don't know how the lightsaber stuff will work, but I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that and the blasters and stuff. Renegade's just gonna be, this should be really fun. Ada's got New Age Black Armory, Echoes of Io, and Dead Orbit Vision.
Come visit again soon.
Yeah, I guess because I didn't get the chess pieces before, that's why they gave it to me. I still have to finish these secrets, so that's probably why. I guess it's just part of the thing that I was missing. All right, chat. Let's check Eververse quickly. See where we're at. Yeah. So So purchase now to instantly unlock the exotic weapon New Land Beyond, the Dark Side Legends pack, and an exclusive. I wonder if we'll get a Light Side Legend pack at some point, chat, because it specifically says the Dark Side Legend pack. I'd be really curious to see maybe with something in Renegades, we get a instead of a because we're getting a bundle right now, which already gives us Renegade content. I'd be really curious to see. If we get a Light Side Legends pack. So maybe they'll do... I mean, you gotta do something. Maybe they'll do like a clone trooper. That'd be pretty sick. They could do... I mean, because you gotta do people with armor. You gotta do like an armor or a robot or something. Trying to think who you do. I mean, a clone trooper would be great. I'd love like a phase 2 clone trooper. Trying to think, who could they do? Yeah, it might be more. I expect more Star Wars stuff with Renegades for sure. Yeah, so you can actually get Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter.
Such wondrous.
That's so cool.
To think Clovis left this.
You can actually get his TIE Fighter. That's amazing. That's awesome. And then it's an actual pack. So if you guys want the whole pack, they give you the Inferno shell, which this I think is legit Iden Versio shell. That's why they called it an Inferno. Would be my guess. This is cool. So I think this is like Iden Versio shell. If you guys ever played Battlefront 2's story, she had a special robot with her at all times. And Inferno, they were called Inferno Squad at one point. So I'm guessing that's what this is from, would be my guess. But this looks so sick, like a Star Wars themed ghost. Yo, what's good, Carrie? Hello, hello. How are you doing? How's it going? So we all just looked at Kylo's, and then this is the Infiltrator. This is literally Darth Maul's kind of vehicle. He used this in episode 1 when the little robots that he had found the Jedi, found Qui-Gon, I think, at that point, or some of them. So This is the thing he used, but Darth Maul's thing, I love this, dude. I might have to cop this one. Or I kind of just want Darth Maul's, to be honest, but it all looks really good. For 2,500 silver, that's not bad. I like that a lot. So that's the new set. So they gave you stuff if you pre-order, but then they also have stuff in game. And then this is the old set. This is like what I was talking about. See just how... I don't know if they'll show it. Yeah, I don't think they'll show it in game because you pre-order it. But see just like with the looks, like they don't look bad. They look nice. But I just feel like it's on a whole nother level when they came to the Kylo, the Grievous, and the Vader skins. I just felt like it was really well done. Kind of an upgrade. So we got the Ratkin shell, got the manicured. It's not bad. What else we got? Rising Stars Dance. This looks kind of cute. We also got a Stompies ornament, which means we have ones for the other two classes. We got the Wanderer shell. We got the Blight or Flight. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. Overpacked. Not bad. And then we also got a V-Wing ornament, which is cool. I don't have that one, so we'll definitely snag that. I'll take a V-Wing ornament. Then we got the Verdigris, Lion's Pride, Gamekeeper, and Spark of Joy. So pretty good ones. Yeah, Rite of the Nine's available now. You can it's weekly dungeon rotation. So right now you can just do Spire of the Watcher, but you can do it on any of the difficulties, which is great. So that's really, really nice. But let me change the other two characters so I can see what exotic armor ornaments they had, so I can see if I need them or not, and then we'll go from there. All right, so Eververse says... Oh, nice. Crown of Tempest ornament. There you go. That actually kind of fits with my armor, to be honest. What is this? CS currency be redeemed. Oh, that's for my... Oh, that's because I got the weapons and then deleted them.
Grief's a funny thing.
I forgot about that. That's because they deleted the weapons that I had initially and they gave me currency. I forgot they said they were doing that. So you can actually go spend that right now. Technically, I can go spend that.
Yeah.
I like the Emissary of the Nine, which I guess is where you can get like the holofoil weapons or other things. I'm just going to check the Titan real fast too. I know they're going to play that cutscene again. I like the cutscene a lot, but I'm just kind of in a rush. And then this last one is the Revival. This is a Titan ornament for Phoenix Cradle. Looks so good because of the Siva. I hope because we're going back to Plaguelands, maybe we'll actually see Siva, man. You never know. We are going back there, they said in the major update, so for Edge of Fate, that they're doing like September 9th or whatever it is. So I'm really pumped for that. I hope that's really cool. They gave everyone that currency. Oh, okay, sweet. Perfect then. That's good everybody got it. They have a chance then to go get stuff. Let me just head down to Rite of the Nine destination, just see what it's about, and then well, I'll see where we're at there time-wise. Yeah, so this week, chat, I'll have to try to do Rite of the Nine on Ultimatum. We'll have to do a GM because I need the GM and maybe a Master because I need the new Pulse Rifle. And then we'll have to try to do Trials this week and then maybe Gambit. I'm kind of really busy this week, so we'll see. We'll see if we can fit all that in. Maybe if I have some free time, I'll just do Gambit on my own, like off stream kind of thing, but we'll see. So we're back in the 9 realm. We used to... I haven't been back here shooting a minute, man. It's cool. What is this? Should have known. You know, you click something, chat, they're gonna do something. Ooh, little cutscene here. Yes, barrel horns, please. This is Oni.
To the light bearers. A begrudging implement, a worn tool. Guardian, please. We ask, make known your value, so divided gods may wield you in time.
Interesting. This kind of sets up the Rite of the Nine stuff. So basically what, Oni came out of like, I guess she was sort of trapped or whatever in that body or whatever, and she's basically a guardian, so Oni kind of escaped, or used to be a guardian, I guess is what I heard from people. So Oni is now like out and about, kind of doing their own thing. Now they're not tied to something anymore. Come, you know, the new thing. Accept a gift from the 9. Redeem. Oh shoot, dude, I don't know. I don't know what happens anymore. What do you got? Does anybody know, should I be claiming this stuff now? Oh shoot, there's quest. Oh, this is how you get weapons. Oh, you spend curios. So convert all curios of the 9 earned from season 26 into nonary manifolds. Interesting. So you can turn them in and then they'll be turned into currency, which is that 1500 thing we already had. Yeah. So that's what the Rite of the 9 stuff we've been getting has gotten us. So here's the shader that you can get from Rite of the 9, Astrograph. This one's kind of cool. Then we have the Seer, which we got to complete some triumphs called Who Watches, which is Spire related. And then Foiled Again, which that one looks dope. I like that one a lot. We'll have to see. So it looks like you can get Manifold Chat too, just from doing combatants too. I mean, 35 sounds pretty nice. And then if you pick up these quests, if you complete all of the encounters, you get the weapon. And then if you do it, what's the difference? Maybe there's another quest or something. You get the other weapons there too. These look to be specific from Spire, like new versions of the Spire weapons. Like, what was that? Scout, right? Off at Adept. I don't remember where that's from. Yeah, okay. So long arm, yeah. So you get one, and then there's like you can get the Adept version. Interesting. That's the Iron Banner weapon I never got. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to go through all these weapons later and look at them, but that's interesting. So it looks like there's a bunch of triumphs we'll have to do. They did say there's a seal for it. So there's a new seal you guys can chase. So if you earn gold score-wise, you'll get that. But I presume if you just do an ultimatum run or the previous one, you'll have a pretty good chance of getting that. Yeah, if you do it for each encounter of Spire, you get that. And then if we find all 6 hidden collectibles in each of the dungeons, in any mode, we get some big reward. So there's only 2 at least right now for Spire, but then there'll be 2 for the other 2 as well. So if you do the quest, you'll get that. And then if you complete all 9 Elegant Arsenal quests, you get that emblem. All right. So there's only 9 quests. I presume most of this is tied to whatever, but interesting. Oh, Rite of the 9 has its own section. Okay, cool. Interesting. All right, that's good stuff there. I'll just grab the quest. I presume I can just do this whenever. So, like I said, I can't do this today, but I presume if we can just do it whenever, it should be fine. And then I guess if you get, I guess you can attune certain weapons. So if I want like the Wild Fright, or I want Long Arm or Judgment, or whatever, any of these weapons, I guess I can just attune and just try to get them. But look how many weapons there are. I mean, this thing goes all the way down. So there's a lot of weapons. A lot of this is specific. A lot of these on the end are specific to Spire, but not all of them are. Like this is still like Trials, like Prosecutor, Relentless and stuff. Should we grab the chest, chat? I don't know if it's like makes sense to do that right now or not. They didn't say initially like we got to spend any currency, so I'm not sure. Well, no, see, that's not a. Oh, it must not be special weapon. Gifts of the 9 chests give you something to level up. Okay, what's this one then? The redeem thing. Do you know what that is? I'm trying to think too, chat. Is there a weapon that like everybody's like, oh, you should try to get a good roll of this one? I was trying to remember. I mean, I definitely want the adepts, the holofoil adepts of all the weapons would be killer, but I wasn't sure if there was a weapon everybody was like, oh, dude, if you get this, you're chilling. Oh, it's just a free adept. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. And we'll get a holofoil. Same to you, not the one. Thanks so much for hanging out today. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, fun. Oh, so they'll just give you free rewards here. Oh, kind of get you started. That way you get like 2020 gear, you get an exotic, you get a really good exotic there too, weapon-wise. All right, cool. I'll grab that later on my other characters when I actually start farming this stuff. Let's see what we get. Ooh. And I can't see it because I put it there. I didn't get a shiny though. It's like the end of the light chest. Ah, okay. I can redeem it again. Wait, hold up. That was just a regular one. That's actually not a bad roll, but I want an adept to these things. Because I think we can get adepts, right? So yeah, I didn't have that one. Let's see. I didn't check GLs. Yeah, you can get the adepts. I think I'd much prefer the adepts, honestly. We'll see if we get a shiny adept. Ooh, there, we got the adept of that one. Slide shot, wither, and gaze. Okay. Not really what I want. Why keep giving me this weapon? Give me one of the other ones, please. Hey, there we go. Long arm adept. Hip fire grip, though. Yeah. Can I get a shiny, please? Am I spending my currency? Oh, I'm such dork. Oh my goodness. I was like, wait, am I spending my currency? Oh my, I am some type of person. Yeah, I wish I would have realized that soon. Why didn't it say like... All right, whatever. I'll get it back. Darn it, dude. The game, they should have told me. Well, at least we got three adept weapons we didn't have. I'll take that. I wanted a shiny adept, but it is what it is. We'll try to get those eventually. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to attune to one of these and just see what I get, but yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb of me to do.
Those I serve have a
I didn't think about it. I guess this is the only reason to spend Curio, right? Curio is literally solely for this, correct? I wonder if I should just do this. I don't think we'll use Curio for anything else, and I know I still have to get more from... I still have to get more from the thing anyway. I still have to get more of these done from the quest tab. Like there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. There's another one there. I'm probably missing like 5, 6 of them. I guess we'll just turn these in.
such a fleeting thing.
Hey, okay. I'll take 320, that's not bad. That takes 250 for the stinking chest. I wish it would say like redeem 250 manifold. You gotta tell a guy like. And then I'll just, when I actually farm this, I'll just come here and attune to what we actually want to do. I think that's going to be the play. But like I said, hey, at least we got a couple of adepts. They weren't crazy or anything, but we at least got a few there, which is nice. So I'll take that. Not bad. All right, chat. I think we'll probably wrap it up there for today. Like I said, I got to get going. I still got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm sorry for kind of cutting it short there. I know there's still a lot of activity stuff to do. But like I said, this week, chat, we'll try... hopefully get a right of the 9 run in on Ultimatum, so I can see if we can beat that. Trials, hopefully on Friday. So we can see if we can farm an Inquisitor Adept, hopefully a good PvP roll. We got a really good PvE one, but not PvP. And then we'll try to maybe do a Gambit if I can, and I need to run Nightfalls. So I think it's Nightfalls, Gambit, right of the 9, and Trials. I think are the big things on my list. So we'll try to do most of those this week. I'm kind of busy. Just a lot of stuff happening, but I'm gonna do my best to see if we can hopefully get most of these done would be good. So we'll see what we can do, but should be fine. But yeah, so we'll try to do that. Tomorrow, chat, I think I can stream unless something changes. I gotta check. But I will see if we can stream. If we can, we'll try to do, like I said, one of the things I just talked about, either right on the 9 or farming or whatever. So we'll try to do that. Thursday, I won't be able to stream. Friday, well, we should be able to do Zur and Trials. And then we'll have to see how the weekend looks after that. But should be really exciting. I mean, so many big things today with the Edge of Fate getting revealed and all these other different things that got revealed today. I'm super excited about the Star Wars stuff and Renegades. I'm so pumped for it. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really excited for all the stuff that they got coming as well. So should be great. We'll just try to get our head wrapped around all the new stuff that's coming as well. But July is still a ways away. Still got around 2 months or so. So should be plenty of time to kind of get an idea of what's happening and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. But thank you guys again for all the love. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of their day, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.